You are watching Leicester Till I Die TV.
Watch us on YouTube.
Listen on your favourite podcast platform.
Or ask your smart speaker
To play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Oh, good evening. Oh, not good evening. It's good afternoon, good day, good morning, good night, goodbye. Hello. Welcome along. Six pointer. I think so. But here we go. It is the Matchday Watchalong. It's Hull City, Ipswich. Guess what? Was 0-0, and I apologise for the delay. I'd done the graph with the table on, and then Ipswich went and bloody scored in the last few minutes. Typical. But it is the Matchday Watch-Along. Thank you very much. We're going to be joined by Brad in a second. Won't be long, and we'll talk all things Leicester.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watch Along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
Brad, hello. How are you doing?
I am, well, hopefully doing a bit better than my gut, because my gut's been acting up today. But apart from that, I'm all fine, mate. I'm all fine.
Good. Well, I ask you this every time. Have you seen the team?
I have indeed seen the team.
Right, let's just bring Kate in because she's here. Bless her, she has been waiting. I do apologise. I don't think she was expecting me to come to her quite that quickly. Apparently it's 1-1 now, so the table that I was late doing because I updated it has gone out.
Oh no.
Oh, and I can't go back because I didn't save. I don't think I saved the last one.
95 minutes. Winters just equalised for Cardiff.
Oh my God! For God's sake! So
I think there's still quite a bit of injury time. I think from what I'm
7 minutes.
looking at.
I think they're at 7 minutes now.
Okay.
So it's currently 1-1. Don't know how long we've got.
Best laid plans, Chris. Best laid plans.
Exactly. Well, Brad's got the problem that I had earlier on in the week that he's nipping to the little boys' room a lot. I fell asleep because I'm knackered. I was up last night doing the radio show. And
So it's all on me. Is that what you're saying? Is it all on me?
It's all on you.
It's looking bleak. Then it's looking very bleak.
Carry on, Kate. There you go.
Oh my God. Come on, Leicester.
My BBC colleague, how are you doing?
Yes, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm all right. I know. We're all part. Oh, sorry, Brad. Some of us are part of the black team there. You know. Talk to me about the team. Pretty much as expected.
Yes. We said yesterday, I think Brad and I were having a chat with Luke that it was going to be a toss-up between Vestergaard and Cody, considering how well Cody had played, but he's stuck with his trusted general at the back. And I'm surprised to see Cardiff start, but he obviously did so well on Tuesday, and he's probably getting to that point where if we're playing twice in as many days, oh my God, apparently Cardiff have just scored. Cardiff have just scored, so they've gone 2-1 up.
I'm just about to confirm
Brady's just staying there.
Sorry, yeah. So seeing Vardy up top is obviously getting to the age where if he plays twice in a week, he won't train.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
but he was brilliant on Tuesday. I thought he led from the front, really aggressive, and that's what we need at the minute. We need some aggression, and we're in a fight. Absolutely in a fight. So, yeah. Other than that, pretty much as expected. JJ, yeah, I would have played Doyle myself potentially, but we know he can do that position as well. So it's nice to have some choice, isn't it? We can't predict the starting 11 anymore like we used to be able to.
No, it is interesting. I'm happy with Justin because Doyle is good, but I just think we know what Justin can do. Do you drop a maybe because they have one bad game? I don't know. Eunice in the middle again.
Yep, I thought he did really well against Sunderland. Sorry, I'm just trying to not get one over. Did really well against Sunderland and defensively. Yeah, true. Yeah, that'll go viral, won't it? A splattered Kate. But Eunice,
isn't it? Can I just say, you could have done that for the show. Did you? No. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, Eunice did so well defensively on Tuesday, and I think him being there helped Hamza out a bit as well, which I think again is something Brad and I covered with Luke yesterday. So yeah, I thought he did well, and I thought he's earned his place again, to be honest.
Yeah, like you said, Vardy will score. Look, if he doesn't play up front, if he plays midweek and doesn't train, it's not like he needs it, is it?
Say it again, sorry, it was a bit loud there, I couldn't hear you.
Vardy, like you say, didn't train, but as long as he's keeping fit, that's all that matters.
Yeah, absolutely. And you often hear professional footballers say that it's not the playing that ages you, it's the training, because training every day is pretty intense. So, yeah, I'm pleased to see him play. His life in the old dog yet, and he's still scoring. The defence won't like that he's on the team sheet. And yeah, he just gives us that aggression. He really leads from the front with that, and we need it. We absolutely need it.
Now, apparently Cardiff have won. It's all over.
Yeah, like 90 plus 10 minutes, and Cardiff scored in the 95th and the 100th minute of the game to beat Ipswich 2-1. So do not mess this up, Leicester. This is another opportunity.
That's a taste of Ipswich. That's a taste of Ipswich's own medicine, there, isn't it?
It is. 2 late goals have won it for the Bluebird.
Isn't it just? I mean, a win now is so important, isn't it? I mean, a Leeds fan messaged me after sort of last night. It went over to you, and it's over to us now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit like table tennis at the moment. So we'll see. I didn't want to be in this position, did I? I like my double digits, so to speak. So we were looking over our shoulder a bit, but we can only do what we can do. It's still totally in our hands, and I think we need to. If Leeds win the league, so what? I just don't want to come third.
Yes.
It's all about second. It's all about first and second.
It is.
It's not bothered which way round we are.
Well, if we can do it, what's your score prediction for today, Kate?
I think we're going to win 1-0 again. I think it's going to be a squeaky bum 1-0.
Oh, right. And the scorer, is it going to be Vards again?
Eunice. I'm feeling it.
Right, you're feeling it for Eunice, are you?
Heard it here first.
I did. Okay. Scott, then. Kate, thanks so much for joining us. Have a good day.
No worries.
And
I'll speak to you after.
Full time. Cheers.
There's the stadium if you can see it in the background.
Hey, she's live, folks. She's
live, folks. Live. And it's live.
Next time a car does come near you, just think of the views for us, okay?
I know. I don't know who I think I am, putting my own health before the podcast. It's just ridiculous, really.
Exactly.
I know.
Woman, that's all
don't get them like they used to. Such a wimp.
Got the way.
See you later. Bye.
Bye. Ah, dear. Just bear with me. So, yeah, your thoughts on the team?
I'm fairly happy with it. We've talked about it throughout the season. He doesn't like to rush players back, like certain ones back. So I think Atgun's very much earned his position in the team. And would I have swapped him for Ndidi maybe to give us that impetus? But Vardy's in there; he does that on his own. So if he's on the if he was on the bench, I wouldn't mind. I didn't actually pay attention to the bench. I'll be honest with you. I was just looking at the 11 when I saw it because I was a bit late as it was, so I was like, oh, look at the 11. But it's a strong side, Chris, and we've been able to say that no matter the lineup that he puts out, and it is a strong lineup. It's strange because in his press conference that you were talking about on the BBC Leicester // he said that Jamie Vardy, hadn't trained, and that's he did put that down to his age and his recovery rate. So he might have had a session. He might have trained in yesterday's afternoon session. Whilst you were being interviewed and whatnot. But it's good. It's a good lineup. There's not many people there that you'd want to change, and even if you did, you'd feel harsh taking them out of the lineup because they have played well. I know people get itchy feet when they see Charger at right back. I'm one of them, but he has proven to us throughout this season that he's more than capable of doing a role. And I think people need to also forget he's not the same Charger as 3 years ago. He's not that naive, off the rails youngster anymore. He's an adult now, and and he had that loan away, and he's had that time to really maybe he needed that. He needed that time away from the club completely to kind of get his head screwed back on and go, right, if I go back to Leicester, I've got to make a break here. And luckily he seems to be doing that this season. So I'm all for it. Let's just not cock up what has happened to Ipswich.
Well, I was going to say this really has helped us out. And it's not a case of, I wish we'd got Rotherham or something like that, because they're scrapping. All the teams at the bottom are scrapping for their lives, so potentially could be harder.
Yeah, exactly. These games, we discussed this in detail, didn't we? That everybody has something to fight for.
I'm not nervous, but
no, you're not. No, I'm doing the SHIT for you, so you get drinking. I'll do that.
You are.
But we did discuss it. Early in the season didn't really matter. You kind of feeling your way through. You're kind of feeling your way in the divisions, aren't you? You're paying a Cardiff in August. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're 19th or 9th. It's no significant bearing on where they are in the league. But we said this last night. There's probably only about 3 or 4 teams that don't have anything really to fight for, or it's a real long shot that they'll be in any fight for either a promotion or survival. But outside of that, Chris, you've got 8 or 9 teams competing in the relegation battle, which, take Rotherham out of the equation, so it's probably 7 or 8 teams. You know what I mean? And then you've got the same. You've got probably 3 mini leagues, haven't you? You've got Leicester, Leeds, Southampton, Ipswich for the top 2. You've got, say, probably West Brom are secure. So then you've got Hull City to probably Sunderland in 11th, maybe Middlesbrough at 12th at a push, fighting for that last playoff spot. And then you've got anywhere down from probably 14th downwards trying to avoid the drop. So now you're seeing these teams like I said, Ipswich had a taste of their own medicine. Cardiff not giving up. They want 3 points. They want to put the pressure on the rivals. They've grabbed 2 late goals. It's benefited the Bluebirds. Let's hope it can benefit the Foxes. We've got to just get the job done today because, Chris, like I said, games start to run out as well. So if we open up a gap of 5 and 6 points over them, it just gets a bit easier. I know people might say that Southampton have 2 games in hand, but they'd still be 8 points off us in that case. And that's just what we need to do. These games are going to get tough. And all our games are going to be the same, Chris. No matter who we play, they're going to be difficult because they're going to have their eye on trying to achieve something. And we just got to keep going and making sure that the less games there are to play, the same or bigger the gap stays. That's all we need to do now. From now until the end of the season, whoever's third, keep that gap. That's all we need to do. We've said this many times before, so I know you agree with me. I agree with Kate. I don't care if it's first or second now. Just get us back promoted. Start
the
on
thing,
-6. Start
the
on
thing
minus.
that the thing that concerns me is obviously, let's say we don't win today, we're still top. It doesn't matter. Let's say if we lose, we don't draw, we actually lose today, and Hull do the double over us again. We haven't got a game next week because we're in the FA Cup. Leeds will have a game next week, I'm guessing.
Depends who they're playing. Oh no, actually no, yeah. Unless it's Coventry, they will, won't they? Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, my brain spoke
Yeah,
out loud then.
so I think I'm presuming they're playing next week. Therefore, if they win, they would then go top. Yes, there would be a game more than us, but it's mentally they're suddenly we've caught you, we've overtaken you, and then the pressure's suddenly a lot more pressure back on us, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And again, we've spoke about this before. We've had this already in our scenario before when we were top of a certain Premier League. I think actually they tried to play the wrong psychological game with Leicester back then, because all of a sudden we was on Sky and we were getting our fixtures played on a Friday night. We was playing on a Saturday afternoon at 12:30 because Leicester had a little bit of a gap, and we just took the pressure off ourselves. And it's going to be interesting because, like you say, Chris, you don't want to detriment the gifts that are given to you. You know what I mean? And in football, you need a lot of things. You need a skillful side, a good manager, and a little bit of luck to win the league. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Pep Guardiola, if you're Xabi Alonso with Bayer Leverkusen, if you're Jurgen Klopp doing it once every so often with Liverpool. You do always need a little bit of luck in football. You do. And Leicester need to make sure that when these opportunities come along, they're grabbing them, because we didn't capitalise on Leeds' error against Huddersfield. It actually turned out to be a good point for them. And we don't want to sit here and be like, oh, well, we had the chance to open up a gap in Ipswich and have Ipswich fans sat there going, oh, gutted we lost to Cardiff, but at least Leicester slipped up. We want to be able to say, whether it's a point or all three, we've gained more ground on that gap.
Yeah. And look, let's have a look at the form at the moment. I mean, they're doing well. They're higher than us in the overall table, but on home form, they are struggling. All right, we were top on both at once. It was all plain sailing. We're dropping down now, but we're 6th away. They're 18th at home. So that's something in our favour, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm sure managers and players, conveniently use these statistics when they need to. When it's bad, it's like, don't worry about our form, don't worry about this, don't worry about the mean that, let's get on with it. But when we're top of the form, look in there, go and focus on it, because it, your managerial esqueness is to use that wisely in how you go about doing your pre-match with your players and whatnot. So it looks like it keeps us in good stead, because they've not been great at home. But you don't want the players going out with that false sense that, oh, well, because they're 18th in the home form, they're obviously going to roll over and die. You're talking about a team who is sat holding on for dear life in the last playoff spot, Chris. They won't care if they're 18th or 8th in the form. They care that they're 6th, and they don't want to lose that spot. They want to be fighting for a return to the playoffs, to the Premier League themselves.
It is a case when you look at that table, and I'll just bring it up again now. When you look at that table, I mean, Hull, I'm so glad I didn't go back and actually change it back to the 1-1 table.
Yeah, you'd have had to take your points off.
I mean, none of us in the prediction league got the point. And don't talk to me about points, because I'd gone for a Leeds win last night and then changed it at the last minute, didn't I? If you remember.
You did. I did. I told a putty cat. I did. Yes, you changed it. You actually changed it from two.
No, I got hacked. Somebody got into.
Oh, yes, someone came on here and hacked you, did they? Yeah, because you stupidly went 2-2 and didn't follow my advice. You know what, folks? May I just say, right? He laughs at me in the predictions league, right? But he gives me jibes for saying that Sheffield Wednesday I'm my loving child in the predictions league. Yet again, Chris, I predicted the right outcome for a Sheffield Wednesday game. They may not have lost 3-1 like I predicted, but they lost 2-0. They lost the game, and I said they would. And he didn't follow my homework, guys. He's such... Oh dear. Oh dear.
Well, I followed the fact that you normally go for a Sheffield Wednesday win. I couldn't believe. Look, that's me. That's me in the prediction. Like I said, I think for the rest of the season, I'm just going to stick pins in the map. But no, if you look at you look at those last two places, which are currently occupied by West Brom and Hull, 60 and 57. West Brom are catchable. We got Norwich on 55, Coventry 54, Preston 53, Cardiff 53 as well. I think once you pass Cardiff, 47 Sunderland, I think they need to they are out of it now, I think, to be honest with you. Could be wrong, of course. But yeah, anyone from sort of 5th to 10th, I think, could take those last two places.
Yeah, that's what I mean, Chris. Okay, later, after maybe a few more games like that, this league will get a little bit less, like you said there, Sunderland, if they lose any more, that they're out of it entirely. But you're still looking down, like you're saying, from 5th to 10th, that any of them clubs potentially get in there. I feel like West Brom are probably in a Leicester situation that they're only just above that, but after about probably 8th downwards, that the points wise, they're probably thinking, well, we've got 60 points, they've got 53. It'd be a lot to do, but we've seen anything happen in football, so you still never know. They'll be hoping that their pedigree and experience in this division will help them see it out for the end of the season. But it's good, and I've always stood by this, and I make no qualms in saying it now, Leicester in here, Chris, and people can slander me. I said it for many years. The Championship is the most competitive division in English football. It's way more competitive than it is in the Premier League, and you can state facts because it's the top 6, and then it's the regulars always go down, right? I will, however... No, I won't add the rest of my opinion on that one because that will get go. It is, and it's good to see. It is needed in this division, and I'm sure maybe League 1s and 2s are the same. You always feel that you could go into the last week of a game week in the Championship, and there's playoff places to fight for. You remember the Forest game we had where we needed like 2 results to go our way, and we had to beat Forest on the final day. Yeah, we were 7th, 6th, 5th, and all sorts in between. So we know, we've experienced it ourselves. So it's good to see. And again, it's nice because how frustrating was it last season, or any season really in the Premier League, when maybe we was looking at teams like, shouldn't have to, but could you do us a favour? It was like, oh well, they're 15 points clear of relegation and 17 points off European football, so they're going to do note for the season. Their players are on holiday. We ain't got no chance of them doing a result, and lo and behold, they'd go and play like they're on the beach, and no one would be able to do anyone favours. I'm not saying you should be relying on results. We shouldn't, but you know what I mean. Like, at least here, you like Cardiff's prime example, fighting for something, playing Ipswich. It doesn't matter where they were in the league. They're fighting to stay up, and then. And it's paid dividends for them.
It has. Get your score predictions in. We've got a few in already that I've noted. So Kate's gone 1-0. We've both gone for a Leicester win. You've gone 2-1. I've gone mad because I had gone 2-1, but I've gone 3-1 now.
You went 3-2.
Oh, I went 3-2 in the end, didn't I?
Yes, and I went 2-0, not 2-1. It was you that was going to go 2-1, and then you changed your mind because John went 2-1, I think. I think that's why you got 2-1 on your brain, because John went 2-1. You went, I'm not copying his own work.
Oh, actually, no, yeah, I'm looking at the wrong game. Sorry, yeah. I think it's going to be a goal fest somehow.
Yes.
Gray has gone 2-1. Like I say, to me, it is all about the win for me today. Again, if it's a 1-0 in off somebody's arse and we're defending like Mafeking, I don't care. I just don't want Leeds to have that thing of going, we're top now, and you want the points on the board. Yes, we'll have a game on hand, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I'd always rather have the points on the board than the game in hand, because the game in hand's a giant game of what if, then, isn't it?
Mm.
It's because then you start playing that game, and all of a sudden, because when you're top and you're playing your games and you're winning, you sat there in the first 20 minutes and you're not overly bothered if you've not made a breakthrough. The crowd's a bit like, okay, yeah, settled in, doing well, playing well, we're going to score, get ourselves 1-0 in at half time, that'd be great. Bang, goal comes on 37 minutes or whatever, and we're all happy. When you've got a game in hand and all of a sudden it's a must win, you get about 7 minutes into the game and it feels like you played half an hour and you're like, oh no, why aren't we winning? We need to score quickly. Go! The crowd feels like nerves. You can feel it in the atmosphere. So yeah, I'd much rather us get the job done. Let Leeds bottle it while we have an FA Cup competition. May I just say, not the only Leicester club in the cup competition. Congratulations to the Leicester women.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, because Gray mentioned that earlier. We were playing Chelsea, weren't we, in the cup?
No, that would have been a scary thought. We were playing Liverpool in the FA Cup quarterfinals at Tranmere Stadium. It is. We was playing it at. And Leicester, thanks to 2 goals from Rantler, eased past Liverpool and made history. They are in their first ever FA Cup semi-final. And, well, Chris, one of the potential teams that they could play are Everton, who I believe are playing Man City. It might not happen. And Manchester United are in there, who they drew with away from home in the league. So who knows? Maybe a final, an FA Cup final is on the cards. It's been a great season for them.
Maybe. I mean, I'm guessing their semis aren't going to be at the at Wembley like ours, but yes, it's well done, ladies. Let's just say that, well done. Because Liverpool, thanks, Gray. Liverpool, they actually beat us in the league earlier at the start of the season, didn't they? So they're doing well. They're doing well in the league. So it wasn't a foregone conclusion.
No, it wasn't. Although, unfortunately, I don't know how true the reports are. There is some reports coming out that Willie Kirk's in a bit of trouble for other reasons. I haven't seen anything official, so I won't say anything because I don't want to get this channel in trouble. But he wasn't at the game today. And but that aside, yeah, it was a very comprehensive win, Chris. It was a very controlled performance for a team that, like you said, are no slouches in this division. They've beaten us in this season, and I'm just trying to find the WSL. You think you'd put it in and it'd come straight up, but it's not. I mean, they're 5th in the league. They're in European spots for Liverpool. And Leicester aren't. Okay, they're 9 points off them, and Liverpool are in the last spot, but. You consider where Leicester have been the last 2 seasons, Chris. I look at the league table, 15 games played this season. Leicester are a whopping 10 points clear of relegation. And in fact, they are closer to Liverpool in European spots than they are the Bristol City's women side, who are at the bottom. And it's just great all round. It's a nice go. And who knows, Chris, a nice draw, a little bit of luck, a bit of fortune. They could end the season mid-table and silverware, and then I think the same process is in the men's game. If Leicester were to win the FA Cup, they'd get European football.
Yes, I mean, I'm just reading it now, and I'm not going to say anything because we are on. Well, we've got to be careful with the lawyers. So if anybody puts anything in the chat about the allegations, they will be kicked out by Gray.
Yeah, I just wanted to make it alone now.
But I mean, that's the second manager, in fairness, because with the previous manager that's in trouble for that as well.
Chris, see if you can work out some logic for me here, right? Just completely throwing you off the mark, and I'm going to talk Scottish football, but bear with me. Aberdeen have just beaten Kilmarnock 3-1, right? Neil Warnock was their manager. He has just immediately stepped down. Where's the logic in that?
I would imagine.
Just out of interest.
I would imagine that he has got another job lined up down south.
Well, he says he steps down as Aberdeen interim manager after he would beat Kilmarnock 3-1 in the Scottish Cup quarterfinals. I don't understand that, but hey,
I clicked on something the other day and it said it said Warnock appointed Crystal Palace manager. I thought, what the hell? And I clicked on it, and for some reason, it was a link that was on another page, and it was like out of date. So but it's a long way for him to travel. He lives in Cornwall, I think. So look, let's just go through this.
Anyway,
Very
sorry, it was just so random.
We've got the kickoff coming up. Leeds have got 27 points to play for. That will take them to 106. Ipswich have now only got 27 points to play for. Again, because they did have 30. So that takes them to 105. So they couldn't finish. Well, they're going to finish beneath Leeds, whatever happens. Southampton have got 33 points to play for, which would be 99, but 96 if they lose to Leicester. Bear with me. Leicester have got 30 points to play for, which would take us to 111, 108 if we lose to Southampton. So I've got here that we need 26 points to be sure of being above Leeds if Leeds win any game, all of their games. And
that was easy for you to say the harder way, wasn't it?
Sorry?
That was easy for you to say the longer way than it was the shorter way.
Yeah. We need possibly 9 more wins out of the 10 games. If everybody, and I know everybody's not going to win all of their games, but
yeah, I mean, I can't.
That's how tight it is.
Yeah, I mean, I say I can't see it, but if the old Leicester was kind of to come away from that blip that we've just suffered, and let's hope it is. If we win today, you'd imagine we're slowly coming over that blip. You never know. Leicester could potentially go and get 30 points out of 30. I can imagine there's a few draws, maybe one more loss in there, but I'd imagine it's going to be the same for the likes of Leeds and Ipswich and even Southampton. So I reckon Leicester need to win 6 out of 10. I reckon we need to win 6 out of 10 because I just don't see us going on a perfect 10. But you never know. You look at the runs we've had at some points of the season, it is very plausible, and it would show how, and it would, if you was to give all them teams the max points. Well, you can't for Leicester, Southampton. So let's say we get it because we're better than them, right? It would still be a monumental, impressive achievement to say that the top 4 clubs, minus Southampton, would fall just shy of, hit the 100-point barrier. That would be some impressive feat.
It will.
You get the record equal, the record under it, and then the record broke in the same breath.
No, it's in the first time I think 3 teams have been at 70 points at this point of the season. We're getting close to kick-off, Brad, so I'm going to let you go. You're probably crossing your legs anyway if you had what I had. So enjoy what you can from the game. Take your phone to the toilet with you, and I shall see you at half-time.
See you at half-time, folks.
All right, mate. Take care.
Take care.
Cheers. Bye-bye. Thanks to Brad there. Let me put me in. I clicked the wrong one out there. And let us get ready because kickoff is just a few minutes away. Come on, Leicester. We so need this.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watch-Along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
Yep, and indeed easy. Because, we'll just turn the sound on that. Yeah, that takes into account, today's game. And like I say, presuming if we lose today, that everything that I've just worked out obviously totally changes. Of course it does. Unfortunately. Right. Anybody else out there nervous? Very. I think the team is a good team. Let me just say that. Pretty much as expected. I think Chowdhury does all right for us. Eunice, who else have we got? Casey's kind of injured. Dennis is definitely injured. And Eunice, he does work his socks off. So let us hope for maybe that he can maybe just find where the net is this week. Right, let me just be back in 1 second when I've just lined everything up. which is easier said than done.
Chris does it 3 hours a day,
Want to do it again?
5 days a week.
Oh, yes.
Just for you
I love it.
on the Golden Breakfast Show.
This is Surrey Hills Radio.
The TalkSport Fan Network is the ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Including Leicester Till I Die, independent analysis and reaction for the Foxes faithful.
The TalkSport Fan Network.
Unbeatable club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Follow the podcast on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Yes, indeed. The players are out. They're just shaking hands at the moment. Whew. Nervous or what? Change of underwear at the ready. Indeed. Easy. Definitely. Definitely. 88 watching. Let's get those likes up. So, fingers crossed. Like I say, obviously we're at Hull. How can we do? We've got those predictions in. As Phil says there, no spoilers. I don't want to know scores of other games. I will keep you updated with those. Because if you put them in, all we will do is you think you're making spoilers about our game and you'll be kicked. So no scores from any game, any division. David, you are. And we said earlier, if we lose today, we're in the cup next week. You're not. If you win that, well, yes, we'll have a game in hand on you, but you will actually be above us. And that mentally will mean a hell of a lot. Hope not, Ronald. Hope not. You got your WD-40 ready, Keith? Indeed. I might not respond to all the chats in the to all the chats that are posted because I'm going to be watching. Great. And I know that Scott is still in, both of them. Thank you very much, guys, for being in. We'll be controlling the chat, and they do have my permission to kick out any spoilers. No questions asked. And that goes for free kicks, penalties, and things like that as well. I'm going to put a timer up on the screen, so you will see exactly where I am with it, and I expect you to stick with that. So we're about to kick off. Big Yannick's back. Feel a bit sorry for Cody, but look, and we're off. Whoops-a-daisy. I'm here, guys. Don't panic, Mr. Mannering. There we go. So, wow. Maybe you preferred that view, possibly. So, I'm just going to get the. Hi, George. How are you doing? So, Hull are in their gold and black, which looks mainly black, to be honest with you. Hull are kicking from right to left in this half. Leicester City in their all blue strip because it's away from home. Leicester have lost the last of the 2-3 meetings here. Just to go through the Leicester team for you. Manson in goal. Justin, Vestergaard and Faz along the back. Chowdhury will be doing that Ricardo role of right back going into the midfield where he will join Winks and Dewsbury Hall. Fataru and Mavididi either side of Atgun, and Vardy starts up front. Not trained, I don't think, much this week, but look, you've got to manage him. We've got to manage him. Cody, Doyle, Albrighton, Suter, Daka, Ndidi, Cannon, Marchal and Stolchik on the back. Headed clear there by Hermansen. Oh, Leicester then lose the ball now. It's out to Hull on the right. Bring it back. They look more orange from the front, but they've played it all across the field. The blue stripes, because of course it's also hosts rugby. Is it league? I guess. Yeah, it's rugby league, isn't it? In Hull. They got the blue lines on the pitch and all the blue markings as well. Having said that, the pitch is in reasonable condition to say that it's got two sets of teams playing on it. Obviously, rugby is more of a summer game. So Faz will just kick it back to Hermanson, who chests it down, then boots it up left-footed. There's a good crowd there. The noise is very good. LCFC number 4. I hope so. How you doing? I've only ever seen you on Luke's channel. Hope you well, mate. Of course, the Grand Prix is also today. The first 2 Grand Prix have been on Saturdays. $111 watching. Can we get so first 3 minutes? Is it? Yeah, a little bit quiet. They're just saying then it's a slow start to the game, which it kind of is. It's not the normal frenetic start, but you need 2 teams to do that. Yannick now, he's being allowed to run. Oh, and a lovely ball over the top to Fatawu. What a lovely run by Vestergaard. Fatawu crosses the ball in. Oh, it's cut out as it comes in, but it's still got with Leicester. Faz to Chowdhury. Chowdhury manages to keep it. That was a good run by Vestergaard, to be honest with you. That was a very good move. But now it ends up back with Hermanson in goal. Yeah, I mean, it's cheaper to run a Premier League football team than it is a Formula One team. But I love Formula One. I'd love to see a Formula One team with Leicester colours all over it. Faz played into a bit of trouble there. Gives the ball away, but he was kind of played into trouble. It's back with Hull in their own half. And it ends up back with the Hull goalkeeper. Now remember, Leeds won last night 2-0. And Ipswich, as everybody is saying, 2-1 by Cardiff. Well done, Cardiff. Does make the table very interesting. No goals yet in the 3 o'clock kickoffs. There's a couple of games tomorrow, don't forget. I had the heating on earlier and it's very, very warm. 117 of you in. Please, can we smash those likes? On up and over trying to get Mavadidi through, but it's cut out. But now, Hull are breaking now. Mavadidi. Penalty. It's a penalty in the 5th minute, and that penalty goes to Hull. Mavadidi bringing the player down. Enzo not happy. They're saying that it was a pretty easy decision to give. Let's have a look. Mavadidi couldn't keep up with the Hull player. Oh, was it inside, outside the box? Let's have a look. Well, it could have been on the edge of the outside of the box. So it's a penalty. A penalty now to Hull. Mavadidi was left for space, so are we going to take the penalty? He's missed it! Yes, it was a poor penalty! Hermansen went down to his right. Number 45. Couldn't put it away. Penalty missed. Wow. Wow. Hermansen makes the save. And it's a goal kick. Wow. They missed the penalty. It is still 0-0. Let's just have a look at it. Hermansen went down to his right. Wow. So it remains 0-0. Well done, Mads. Yes, indeed. So how will that affect Hull? Blackburn are going 1-0 up at Plymouth. How will it affect Hull then? In their mindset, that was a great chance for them to go 1-0 up, and they have blown it. That would have made them clear of, well, they are 2 points clear of Norwich, would have been a bigger gap and move them above West Brom. But now Vardy is running down on the left wing, gets the ball across. He doesn't, it comes off Hull for a throw in. Wow, I was just saying it was a quiet start then. It isn't anymore. I think it was, well, yeah, I mean, all right, if it had, as I always say, had it been the other side, I would have been screaming for it. So I can't say that it wasn't a penalty. Not sure whether Mads saved or it more was a case of that it hit Mads as he dived, but who cares? We're going to say that Mads saved it. We're going to say it's still 0-0. Schmeichel who? Yes, indeed, Yogish. Now then, that's going to be a warning to Leicester. Oh, KDH just easily taken off the ball there. But then Leicester win it back just as easily. With KDH, in fairness. Wow. Okay, let's just settle down now. Let's just get back on track here. As it goes back to Mads. Whew. Eunice! Oh, again. It was a good run by Eunice. And again, shoots over. And when I say over, I don't mean I mean over. Over and out. Wow. Justin. And in fairness, Justin was running, but it was almost like Mavididi had actually run past Justin because Justin was running behind and there was no point in them both going after him. They would have... So over the top, headed out by Hull. Or 43 likes. Well done, guys. Thank you very much. Let's get to 50. Vestergaard in the centre circle, over to Faz on this near side. He chips it forward. Eunice gets it. He's headed up with Chowdhury on the right now. He's looking into Eunice. Good ball. Fatawu. And out into Yannick in the centre circle, but still in the Hull half. A lovely ball through to KDH. Oh, he's kept it in. Has Mavididi on the far side. Justin, KDH, Mavididi. Into KDH in the box. It's all Leicester at the moment. We're going nowhere. We're not just there. That's that final penetrating pass. Oh, I mean, Fatawu played it. Sorry, Faz played it off to Fatawu. Fatawu went for the return, but Fatawu couldn't quite get it down the line. Oh, ball was into the box there, and Faz literally stuck his head in the way. Well done. That was risky, but he went for it. It's a free kick to Hull. Leicester had a lot of passes, playing well. We were just looking for that opening, and it wouldn't come. Leicester got to be careful what they do here. Obviously, it looks like we've got a referee. I think it was a penalty. Southampton have gone 1-0 up at Sunderland. Norwich 1-0 up at Rotherham. That's probably no surprise, to be honest with you. Blackburn 1-0 up at Plymouth. So Southampton are on 73, but still in fourth. Started on the side of early today. Oh, it's a free kick. Probably about 30 yards, 40 yards out. It's into the box. Dealt with by the Leicester defenders. Oh, come on, that's a free kick. Yes. Winks was literally pulled to the ground. Just remember, Hull, that, I know it's a rugby league ground as well, this, but, we're actually playing football here. Not bad, Ethan. I mean, we had the penalty against us, which wasn't so good, obviously. Oh, Faz, lose out. He's lost out, and it's 1-0. Now it's 1-0 to Hull. They saved the penalty, but now they've taken the chance. It's a goal, and it is 1-0 to Hull. Just when Leicester were on top. I think Faz dallied on the ball there. We played Asa. Let's have a look at Faz. Yeah, he dallied on the ball, did Faz. I've got to say that was Faz's fault. Or Faye's fault, whatever you want to call it. I hate to say it because I say it all the time, playing it around the back. $18 minutes gone. 60. Well, I've got 15. They've got 16. Coyle scores. Oh, Chowdhury goes in. Very heavy challenge by Cody, but he got away with it. Well played, Chowdhury. So are Leicester on the point of throwing it all away again? We have. Now, can Faz make up for it as he runs forward with the ball, plays it out? Not a good pass. Not a good pass to Mavididi. It forces him out towards the edge of the pitch. He's got it now. Plays it back. Justin to Vestergaard. He plays it over left-footed up to Mavididi. The bit high. I don't think he can control it, and he's given a free kick away. "17 minutes gone. Hull City 1, Leicester City 0. We did say we didn't. Oh, well, Brad said before the game, let's not fuck this up. But we are at the moment. Now Vardy is away. He tries to chip the goalkeeper. He was on his own and he was forced out wide to the left. Tried to chip it, which he actually did, but it was. Oh, you can't say it was impossible task because it's Jamie Vardy. See what he wanted to do, but it just unfortunately didn't quite come off. Oh, he's hit the post. Dewsbury Hall has hit the post. Oh, that should have made it 1-1. And it's a throw in midway into their own half on the far side for Hull. That was unlucky. It wasn't a strong shot. Left-footed, turned on the ball, went through 2 or 3 Hull players, past the goalkeeper, and possibly had it covered, in fairness. And I see there's a couple of Leeds fans in the chat. They must be getting very happy, which I've got to be honest with you, I would be in their position. Let's not lie. Like I say, if we lose this, we don't play next week because we're in the FA Cup. Leeds, I think, will be playing next week. So if they win, although they'll have played one more game than us, that will put them on top and that will put them above us. And that will be such a huge boost to Leeds. Might get a few nosebleeds. Sorry, Leeds fans, give me that one. But, mentally to be on top would be like, well, if we're then playing catch-up. Norwich 2-0 up at Rotherham. I think we can all agree Rotherham are down. Luke, how you doing, mate? Welcome along. Are you not playing today? So, it's a throw into Hull on the near side. 2 balls almost on the pitch, but the ball boy sat down. So, ends up with Leicester, Vestergaard. The new owner for Hull getting a round of applause there from the fans. Patting his right nipple. The moment they're defending well, a Hull. They're cutting out anything Leicester can do. Oh, Vardy goes in there, closing the goalkeeper down. Again, we haven't got time to be fancy. It's all about... okay, Luke. Chowdhury. Forward there, but again, it wasn't... didn't get to the Leicester player. I mean, we are literally halfway through the first half. Both of us have had 2 shots. Neither of ours have been on target. Faye's doing a bit of a Brazilian moment there. Chipped in. Oh, chipped into the box, but it's straight to the goalkeeper's arms. 2 shots each. No corners in the game yet. It's well away over the top, and it's out for a Leicester throw. Extreme it was. You've got to say that was down to Faz. Faye's Faz. I changed my mind every 2 minutes what to call him. That was down to him, unfortunately. He's back with the Hull goalkeeper in his own box, urging his team forward. 23 minutes gone. Leicester could have gone 1-0 down from the penalty. Hull missed that, but Hull took advantage of a mistake by Valfays, and they are currently 1-0 up. Eunice, back to Chowdhury, across to Faz, to Vestergaard. It's Winks. Winks manages to keep hold of it. It was a powerful pass there. First time pass from Vestergaard, but he managed to control it. Hull, I mean, let's be honest with you though, Gray. Hull are literally, I mean, I know they're not very, very good at home, and that's the thing, but overall, they're one of the form teams. But which, you know, when you're 18th in the form table at home, should we be beating them? Possibly, yes. But the fact of the matter is, we're not. Oh, now their goalkeeper comes and heads it out. I think I'm going to need a lot of cider to this afternoon. Vardy's going to get booked. I don't know whether that was a booking or not. Oh, yes, possibly. But again, he went and he stood on his foot. But these days, the boots are so flimsy. Well, they are, you know, they're one of the form teams, Niall. As indeed, the thing is, are you as well? That's the thing. I didn't realise you had to play Hull. So at the moment, it's the Tigers that outplaying the Foxes. So it's going to go Fowles at the left back, right back position. Sorry, all the way back to Manson. Oh, Winks nearly played into trouble then, but he's managed to get it up and over. Oh no, it goes out. So it's a throw into Hull. Hull at the moment have got the tails up, no pun intended, for the Tigers. There's another free kick there. Fouls again. Yeah, I mean, Matt Elliott's, Jerry Taggart saying just there, Faz is not having a good game. Have a look. Oh, shot by there, number 47. It goes wide. You must be very happy at the moment, Leeds fans. I mean, you know, you won. Ipswich losing, Leicester losing. It is a good day to be a Leeds fan. And it's a fair point. It's a fair point. Vardy, he's really deep. Vardy plays it back to Faz. Hermanson high into the opposition half, but it's Hull who come away with the ball. Justin will play it back to Hermanson and breaks off to the left to get it back, but Hermanson plays it to the player that's got two Hull players around him. Bad decision making there by Hermanson as well. So Mavadidi now to be is KDH has won that. Just into Mavadidi to KDH, back to Mavadidi on the far side. He turns on the ball, plays it into Justin, plays it back. Winks on the ball, goes back to Faz just outside the centre circle. Goes all the way back. So from a striking position, all the way back to the goalkeeper. I mean, what we were literally on their edge of their box, and it goes all the way back to our goalkeeper. It's a penalty for Leicester now. Penalty for Leicester. I don't want to get too excited. So it's a penalty. Chowdhury took the throw in. Mavadidi turns. A foul on Mavadidi. Sorry, a foul on Fatawu. Sorry. Foul on Fatawu from the throw in. This is going to be Vardy, I'm guessing. Yeah, it is a penalty. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if I can look, guys. So Vardy's going to take the penalty. 30 minutes on the half hour. Vardy steps up. Yeah! Fucking 1-1. Vardy from the penalty. As easy as anything. It was a chip. It wasn't powerful. Who cares? It goes in. It goes in. 1-1. Jamie fucking Vardy, number 9, feed the goat. Oh, the goalkeeper, in fairness, the goalkeeper got a hand. It wasn't powerful. It wasn't a powerful. He went for a chip, I think. Clipped it over. The goalkeeper got a hand to it, but couldn't stop it going in. 1-1. Leicester are back in this. Leicester City have equalised by Jamie Vardy from the penalty spot.
Go! Back of the net.
coming forward, though, but they give the ball away. Now, come on, Leicester. Oh, he didn't know. He didn't give a free kick away. Leicester lost it, got it back, lost it again. Feed the goat. Jeff, I've got to be fair, mate. I've got to be, I've got to sit on the fence while I'm presenting. We may just have scored. We may just have scored, Jeff. Fee, thank you very much. Fee's back in the house. Thank you, Fee. How are you? I hope you are all well. You go for it, Ben. You go. Call it a celebration. Legendary Vars. I hope you're well, Fee. Thank you very much. They go every time you think, well, I mean, this is what Vardy does when he doesn't train. I mean, but Vardy, Hull got a chance, so they're in the box. Leicester can't get it away at the moment. Oh. It ends up back with the whole goalkeeper. So if he doesn't train and he does this, what would he do if he trained? A shit of whiskey. It does sound a bit awful, that, doesn't it? I mean, I don't like whiskey, so I think it's shit anyway. But he does. But look, FFP and the old wages and what have you, he's on 140 grand a week. But can we afford to let him go? Maybe some serious negotiations need to be done there. I've got the old cider there. Thatcher's Gold. If you're watching anybody at Thatcher's and you want to sponsor the channel, my cider of choice. And if you don't want to sponsor, if you just want to send me a load of cans that are full, I will still let you sponsor. I hope it was, Fee. I hope it was, because if he's drinking it, it's going to be diarrhea. Never mind. Good time for you to pop in then, Andreas. Yeah. Oh, can you use me? Oh, now he's down the left. Can he get the ball into the box? He can. Eunice. Oh, Fatawu just couldn't quite control it. Oh, has he given a foul? Was that a foul? I'm not sure. I think it's beer o'clock. If you're a Leicester fan, it's beer o'clock. G&T for me, CB. Is that what the drinking leads, is it? We know what you meant, Ben. We know what you meant. Vardy now he's through. Oh, he can't control it. Pulls it back. He didn't go down. Don't know whether he would have got another penalty or not. Oh, he tries to have a shot there, does Mavididi. It's come off the Hull player. Vardy was away then. He went a bit wide. I don't think he had a shooting possibility. Didn't go down, in fairness. I don't know whether they'd got another penalty, a third penalty, three penalties in one half. Can Mavididi get down the byline? He's still got the ball, but he can't get past the Hull player. Then he gives it. Oh, this referee. I mean, I don't know, Ben. I don't know. He's got his wife's legal fees to pay for, hasn't he? Norwich now 3-0 up at Rotherham. What did I predict in that game? Oh, I went 2. Brad went 5. Brad could be on for 3 points in that game. Oh, now it's Hull's turn to get the ball away. Mavadidi. He's got Kieran Dewsbury Hall. Oh, doesn't quite get it through, but they haven't given it. They've given it away again. Hull. They stuck a foot out. The pass into the box was poor, but it's still Leicester who have it. But it is back almost on the halfway line. Chowdhury now on this near side. Wing. Eunice turns. Oh, on the edge of the box. Whoa. I thought he was going to point to the penalty spot then. Let's have a look. Was it in the box? No, it was on the edge of the box. To be honest, and it was close. It was a great. The referee got it right. It wasn't a penalty, but it was very much on the edge of the box. They have, but then again, I'd sooner have the referees we've got here without VAR. The referees who are no better in the Premier League, let's be honest. But what would you want, Gray? Would you sooner have VAR? I wouldn't. I have to be honest with you. So Justin lining this up here, along with Dewsbury Hall's over the ball as well, who's just adjusting his socks. It just still makes me laugh when I see the player lie down. So, 39 minutes gone. What can Leicester do with this? Right on the edge of the box. Justin just picks it back for Dewsbury Hall, kicks it straight into the wall. That was a waste of time. The wall did its job. It's all up in the air at the moment. Vardy's got it. Oh, it's literally there's about 18 players in the whole box there. It was up in the air. Oh, you got a ticket, Megan. Nice one. David. People, obviously, that come in this chat, David was one of them there. Maybe should have gone to Specsavers. Maybe should have read. No spoilers, no scores of any chance. Read what it fucking says on the screen. Some of you are just morons. What are you doing? Okay, yeah, I booted him as well, Gray. So between us, we both got him. Double-pronged attack. It's not rocket science. I know they do say about football fans and football players not being the cleverest in the world. It's going across the bottom. Do not put any scores. And he comes in, the wanker. How long did you time it out for, Greg? As a mod, did you do the 24 hours like we were saying? Oh, Dewsbury, lovely ball. Can Dewsbury Hall get to this and keep it in? No, he can't. That's a shame. The lovely ball. It is. Good. Nice one, Gray. I'm not sure what you mean, LCFC. Sometimes I've had IQ. Oh, I get it. Yeah, no, I do get it, LCFC. So Justin's going back to cover this and just puts it out for a throw in on the far side. All Leeds fans are like, tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be a Hull fan. And I don't blame them. Robin of South Africa. Nice, Robin. I was there 5 years ago. In fact, I was there 5 years ago now on a safari. I loved it. Lovely country. Oh, a ball in, but Madsen Manson had that covered, plucked it out the hair. Out the hair? Out the air. Watford 1, Coventry 1 at the moment. Goes back to the goalkeeper. It's 1-1, 42 minutes gone. It has actually now. Since that, I think it's... Oh! Tarwu there. Dangerous back pass. A couple of dangerous back passes. There's the one to go for it! What the fucking hell is going on? Chowdhury! Faz just left it! Faz, it haven't... Get Faz off! Unbelievable! I need more, Keith. I need more. Who do you support, CB? I thought you were, presumed you were a Leeds fan. I'm Robin. Sure it does, but you're talking about the English FA and Premier League here, who couldn't organise a piss up in a brewery. No, I mean, I get it. Look, when you play, look, you know, you can only do what your own team can do. But earlier on, I wanted Cardiff to beat Ipswich. Last night, I went for a 2-2 draw. I wanted... cross there. Vardy goes up for the header, just goes wide. Justin chaps it over, Vardy just wide. I mean, last night I went to Sheffield Wednesday. It's natural as a fan. It's natural. Now, can Leicester do something with this? Comes out to Fatawu down this side. He's got 2 on him. He still manages to get the cross in, but it's headed clear by the Hull defender. So 2 minutes of stoppage time. And my book's natural. Oh, from the corner. Got Leicester head to it, but he went high and wide. Turvey, Vardy's having a good game. They're just going to deal with this, are they, Hull? They're not clear. They have cleared it, but it was an up and under. Chowdhury heads it back into the Hull half. Eunice can't control it. Bass is now booked to add to his woes. Faz definitely needs to come off. 68 like, guys. Thank you very, very much. It should be it, and it is. It is half time. Guys, be back in a minute.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watchalong show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
We're only drawing at the moment. We're not beating them. It is 1-1. Let's just go through the half-time. Cardiff beat Ipswich, obviously, early. That's the full time, 2-1. Blackburn 1, Plymouth 0. Hull 1, Leicester 1, as you've been watching. Millwall 0, Birmingham 0. Norwich 4. Your 5 is on, Lee. Brad, your 5 is on. 4-0 to Norwich at half-time. Preston 0, Stoke 0. QPR 0, Middlesbrough 0. Southampton 2, Sunderland 0. And Watford 1, Coventry 1. What a half. I said it was going to be a bit quiet. Brad, are you there?
Hello, sir. Yes, I am. Sorry, I'm just getting back in my seat to get you lovely people.
Right. I'm going to start eating in a minute because I haven't eaten and I'm starving. So I might just have a nibble of my Twix.
Well, that sounds like a euphemism. I was going to say that sounds like a euphemism for something. What a bonkers 45 minutes have we just witnessed. I don't know if to be angry, happy, frustrated. I don't know how to feel about that 45 minutes. It was, as they say, Chris, it was a roller coaster of emotions. Geez, I mean, penalties scored, penalties missed. I mean, it had it all.
Let me get the elephant in the room out of the way first. And talk to me about Wout Faes. He's got to go off, hasn't he?
Yeah, he self-destructed that half, unfortunately. Normally, when a player makes a mistake like he does, they calm down. Someone has a word in their ears. They take a minute. They kind of readjust themselves. I don't know what he's doing for that in the last minute of the first half. It's such a pointless foul to give away. At the end of the day, you're holding him off enough to maybe give away a foul without going over the top. Goes over the top, he gets booked. Awful. They're at fault for the goal. Nearly at fault for a second goal when he just casually watches the ball go behind him and doesn't think about a player running in. He's having a stinker, and it's a shame because he's had such a solid season. This is very worrying, and it's going to come a cropper again on us if we're not careful. So maybe that's a change that needs to be had. Saying that, he was not at fault for Hull's penalty, was he, Chris?
He wasn't, but he's on a yellow card as well now.
Yeah, which is always dangerous. You always like to sit here as a fan and go, "Oh, so and so's on a yellow card for them." We want to get in his head. We want to upset him. We want to, get someone doing some flicky dicky tricks to piss him off and make him go in and maybe get him sent off. So centre back's such a strong position. You really want to make sure he's not.
He's on that right of the centre backs, though, isn't he? So right of the 3 centre backs, of course. But I just think he's a liability in this game. An awful 45 minutes. Plus, he's got a booking. He's not going to make the 90 minutes if he stays on, or he's going to cost us another goal. Either way, I say get him off and get somebody else. I don't know who would come on, possibly Cody, and move Justin across.
Yeah, someone has to come on. Like you said, Chris, he's either going to get himself taken out of the game, or he's gonna, or that's going to happen. Luke's got it down. Either that, or he's going to end his game prematurely. And I think Enzo should take that out of the equation and just tell Cody or whoever's on the bench and looking more likely, get yourself out there, get warmed up because you come on. We can't do it. We cannot do it. You cannot go hot-headed and hope that he's going to change. Because if you play, yeah, I would. I didn't do anything wrong. Played well when he's been called upon this season. I can't remember a game he's had where he hasn't played well. His experience in this situation, when the game's a bit excuse me, I need to get a drink, I think. Tickly throat then. I think this game needs a experienced head, someone who's going to just calm that defensive line down a little bit. And to credit to him, Vestergaard has tried to do that as best he can. But I've just seen a penalty that we gave away in the first place. It's such a shame because Madsen makes a great save from the initial shot, let alone the penalty. But you need the experienced head because the game's been chaotic for both teams. That's why I say it's been a bonkers game. They've been frantic with the ball, giving it away. We've been frantic with the ball, giving it away. We've had chances to go and score 2 or 3. They've had chances to score 2 or 3. And I think we just need a head that's on the pitch that's going to say, chill. Why are we stressing for? I mean, I'm going to go back here, Chris, penalty. I don't know if you want to talk about it, but that's not Maverick.
I was going to come on to that. It was a penalty. I think we can agree with that.
It was, but there's 2 people kind of at fault for that, and one more than the other. Mavididi should never be the one responsible for chasing back when the left back is closer to him. Justin is another player today that at times has looked great and at times has looked like he can't be arsed. And Justin needs to pick a side. Is he going to be arsed and look brilliant, or is he going to not look arsed? Because he looked half-paced trying to chase back. Mavididi, yes, it's a clumsy challenge. Yes, it's a penalty. But it's not his main job and responsibility. And because Justin looks hot, and I'm not saying he is, but the way he just seemed to get absolutely cut to shreds by the whole player with his pace and that, which he hasn't done for the remainder of the half, which makes it even more surprising. Vestergaard's kind of stuck between, do I press, do I leave it? Because Vestergaard's probably thinking, well, I press, and he cuts back and goes inside me. Madsen's exposed one-on-one, so I don't really want to leave it open. And just when you think, oh, God, if Hull score, they're going to go and score 2 or 3 at this rate. We've been awful for the first 7 minutes. Mads Hermansen comes up trumps. Okay, it's a great height. It is probably
it wasn't the best penalty, was it?
No, but you still have to save him because at the end of the day, we have seen worse penalties go in because a goalkeeper pre-dives and he's gone the wrong way.
It hit his body, but he got his body in the way. And I'm not going to take anything away from Mads. You know what I mean? Hits the goalkeeper, therefore it's a goalkeeping save. I think did he get his hand to it, or was it his knee?
I think it was like chest and arm. He
saved it. At the end of the day, that will go down as a Mads Hermansen save. Well done, Mads. Then I'm thinking, right, come on, let's go for this. Then 15 minutes in, like we say, Faye's dallied on the ball. I don't know. Again, but is there no Leicester players that are shouting at him to say, move your fucking arse, there's some players on you? Like, I'm just watching it now. Why wasn't Chowdhury shouting at him or Mad shouting at him?
Well, I don't know, because they've all on occasion sent the ball long. So it's not like they're told not to do it, because Vestergaard's done it. JJ's done it. Madsen's done it. In fact, Madsen sent one out wide to Fatar. Had he come off a bit better, would have been a superb ball into him. So I just don't understand. He just looks very lackadaisical. It's so nonchalant the way he just turns as if he's got no care in the world. And, I'm just saying it again there, Chris. What was he doing? I mean, if he's going to turn there, either play it back straight away to Mads, who I feel sorry for, because after all he's done, he must have been thinking this is going to be his day after saving a penalty. And he nearly saved that, to be fair. He nearly bailed Wout Faes out. Again, Wout Faes either play it straight back.
The teammates are shouting at him and warning him.
But the thing is, we've had this before, haven't we? Do you remember the Liverpool game last season, Chris? Danny Ward was clearly heard by fans in the ground, fans that listened to the watch-along, fans that were watching it on the TV whilst watching this watch-along, Chris. Do you remember it? The Wout Faes debacle, the 2 own goals? There was the first one. Everybody clearly heard Danny Ward scream keepers and he didn't listen.
Yeah.
And it looped. All right, it was a freak of a loop into the net, but he doesn't pay attention. He clearly doesn't care what his teammates say at points because he knows best. And it just seemed to have effect there because, like I said, all the rest of them at points in that second half, under the pressure, can't go backwards, going to lump it forward.
We nearly got straight back into it with the KDH post hit. It wasn't the most powerful of shots, but again, that was the whole defence just looking at each other saying, well, somebody stop it, please. And it didn't go all the way through past the goalkeeper, fortunately hit the post. And then Vardy got booked. And then I've written down here, 24 minutes Vardy got booked. But you've got to keep Vardy on. I think Vardy's having a great game.
Yeah, Vardy's got the mentality to not make a rash decision again. He's going to No, he's trying to get he's trying to keep that momentum going, get Leicester momentum, get them fired up again. And he goes over him. He doesn't do the same again. And again, the kid, this is testament to saying why it's been a bonkers game. Hall looked nervous as well. Kieran Dewsbury all had acres of chances to take.
I'm going to move on, because I'm trying to get as much in as I can within these 15 minutes lunch break, half-time break. I then wrote down Faz having a bad game, but again, Hermanson. Justin played the ball back to him, which was a bit risky, to be honest with you, and then ran to the left to get it. And Hermanson plays it to the player who was in front of him, which I think was Vestergaard, with two players on him, when he could have played it out to Justin, who was totally clear.
Yeah, it's like a trained outlet, isn't it? Because it was Winks he then gave it back to, who then immediately had to return it because he had a player breathing down his neck. I don't understand it sometimes how we don't just take the easy option when we won't take the risky option in front of goal with a pass that could break in the back lines. But as long as we don't do as long as we're not the makers of our own downfall again in this half, I do think we'll win this game, Chris. That is one thing I can take.
2-1-1. It was a penalty again. Referee not having the best of games, but at the end of the day, that was a penalty. Throw in, Fatawu bundled to the floor. Again, Vardy, let's say, goalkeeper got a hand to it. Wasn't his best penalty he ever scored, but who gives a shit? It went in.
Yeah, it doesn't, and it was such a baffling penalty to give it. So it was such an easy penalty. He just threw it into Fatawu. Fatawu, no danger. He nudges him. He goes over. It's a penalty. I actually think the referee's had a good game in sense of at least he's been consistent. He's been crap for us. He's been crap for them. He's been giving us. He's been giving them. And again, it just proof in the pudding, Chris. They have a bad penalty. We save it. Vardy doesn't have a great penalty, but enough on it to go in. That it doesn't, it's what we needed. And I also felt like the momentum changed after that goal. I felt we controlled it. I don't know if it was before or after the penalty, but Atkin had that chance, didn't he, where he blazed it over when he really should have done better. And I just felt Leicester controlled the game after being at 1-1.
We did indeed. Eunice had a chance. It wasn't so much high as well. I'm trying to think of the song you met. Who sang "You Take Me Higher and Higher"? That ball. I mean, that should have at least hit the target with that one, shouldn't he?
Yeah, he should have. He should have at minimum been hitting the target. You can tell that it was. That was his intent, because he even did that to himself afterwards, like telling himself, keep it down. I think he does. He gets a little bit jittery and panics, and he did that against Bournemouth, didn't he? But I like what he's doing. I mean, even Taggart says when he controls the ball, he runs at them. He's dangerous. He's one of our most dangerous players. And if we can keep doing that, and he can keep doing that this half, I think he'll unlock something this game.
Hull are currently out of they are seventh. They are out of the top six as it stands, Hull. So they're going to have the incentive to come out at us in the second half. Your Norwich are just one goal off your 5-0 prediction, so you'll be fingers crossed for the second.
Just one more,
I want to score at least two or want them to get one back. But Leicester, 3 points clear of Leeds now, but the goal difference, we're plus 41, Leeds are plus 40. Wow. That is high. I mean, for both of us, and as I said at the start of the season, I said a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to have to go because the players are on the pitch.
And Didi looks like he's coming on as well.
Who, sorry?
Wilfred and Didi is stripping off.
Yes, he's stripping off. Whoever finishes above Leeds will go up. That's what I said a month ago. Brad, thanks very much, mate. I'm going to have to go, and I will see you at full time.
Yeah, bye.
Anyway, bye-bye. Right, here we just trying to work out who's coming on. Indeed, it is on for Eunice. So, indeed, on at half time. Eunice off. So, about to kick off the second half. I'm back. Yeah, don't worry, I'm back. And I'm gone again. There we go. You just got to move everything around. Getting a headache. Hey. So, Hull in there, orange and black tops, black shorts. Are kicking now from left to right. Leicester in their all blue kit. Kicking right to left. It's 1-1. Like I say, I think it's going to be, it is tight at the top. As it stands at the moment, even if we lose, if we draw this, we don't play next week, even if Leeds win, they could go above us still. I'm not sure who Leeds got next week, because obviously it's going to be down to goal difference. It's all going to be getting very, 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 very exciting. Your brilliant chat fans really need to become Leeds fans, and our chat channels remain mostly so positive. I think every team, Robin, has fans that are not so not so positive. We have them. We have them as well. Every club has them. I know. I'm not sure about that with Faz, Ben. But no, Robin, I'm sure you've got passionate Leeds fans as well. I'd say you should have. I do actually. I've got a very good friend who's a Leeds fan. It's good. Well, you know what I liked about Leeds fans when you got promoted. When Forest, and sorry, Luke, I know Luke's in as a Forest fan and he's a mate as well. But when a lot of Forest fans, when they came back up, as we're back where we belong. When Leeds fans came up, it went, it's nice to be back. You know, they didn't have that. We're where we should be sort of attitude. So yeah, I don't mind Leeds fans. Oh, it's Leeds have got more. Leeds have got Millwall. Well, that's a bit of a torn one because nobody ever wants Millwall to win. Yeah, there are some games though, Gray. There are some games. We're not playing in the league because we're still in the cup. Away to Chelsea. Right, look. Leeds, in fairness, gave Chelsea a hell of a good run for the money. I mean, Chelsea got that late goal, but fair play to Leeds, who must have felt that, oh my God, Faz has got the ball. No, he's got it back to Hermanson. That's all right. Phew. No, fair play to Leeds. They did all right. I said, I've got a Leeds fan who's a friend, easy. I didn't say you were. I said, I've got a friend who's a Leeds fan. We got, that's when we play, though, isn't it? We play on the Sunday. But yeah, I mean, Leeds did give Chelsea a good run for the money. We were lucky, in fairness. We're very unlucky. So, anyway, 48 minutes gone. A ball that's over the top, but it's headed clear by Hull, but it falls to Leicester again. Oh, indeed, he can't control it. He's only just come on the pitch. He wasn't able to get a good first touch, but it does go out for a Leicester throw. No, is it still in? No, it didn't go out. And Manson takes it back into his own box and then plays its best goal. I thought it might have picked up. I thought it went out, but it didn't. It must have had a bit of spin on it. Oh, indeed, he's on. He's given the free kick away. Just remember, guys, please, no spoilers of any description, any scores of any game. It's just the easiest thing is just do not put any scores in. You can see what time I'm at. If you're ahead, Wait until I get to that point to announce it. Norwich 5 already. Norwich 5, Rotherham 0. Are you watching? Are you watching Brad Perkis? Are you? 5-0, Brad. You've got your 3 points at the moment, but there's still 40-odd minutes to go. Will Rotherham score one, or will Norwich get another? So Leicester go forward. Oh, that was a good chance for Hull there, but Leicester City defenders under pressure, which we always seem to be at the start of the second half. I don't know what it is. Hull player down at the moment. Come on, Norwich, get another one. I think they've just been poor most of the season, Russ, haven't they? So number 23 for Hull is up. He's wobbling a little bit. Depending what the score is, Ant. No, so it was a throw-in. Hull had put the ball out. The throw-in was taken by Justin, took it to KDH, had a look round before actually then playing it back to the Hull goalkeeper. So, all coming forward again. Oh, just get it clear. Oh, no, it's a free kick to Leicester. KDH taken time. They took too long. Hull took too long. That should have been 2-1 to Hull. Justin was beaten for space. Indeed, I think it was that fell over. And then the Hull player took too long having a shot. That is true, Luke. That is true. Like I say, I don't put you in that bracket, but and of course there's the rivalry as well. Never play for a draw, Turvavate. That's the worst that could happen. Play for a draw, then they get a goal in the 89th minute. Or knowing us, the 94. Again, I think if you're a neutral. Oh, had a shot there, but again, it came off a Hull player. Oh, still playing about with it on the edge of the box. Varney trying to close the players down. And eventually gets the ball, but puts it out for a throw-in. Ronald, Brum. That's a weird game for them to be covering. From Millwall, I don't think there's anything on that game, is it? Unless they've just got to cover so many games. I'm concerned whenever I watch Leicester, Paul. We are the king. I think the one table we do top, and that's the table of shooting ourselves in the foot. I'm 62. I've supported Leicester all my life. I've seen us shoot ourselves in the foot so many times. I didn't see it, Russ. Didn't see it. Not sure what happened there. Player went down. No, he's getting treatment. Don't know. I don't think he was being touched at the time. No. No, I didn't see it at all. But I was watching that game like Leeds are watching this game. You know, Leeds want Hull to win, obviously. I wanted Cardiff to win. So well done to Cardiff. Always said the Welsh were nice people. I did say at the start, well, I've said in the preview actually, would I take a draw today? Possibly. Possibly. This is taking quite a while. Oh, little Lucas there. He's little. He's only got 10 subscribers in 16 subscribers in 10 years. He is little Lucas, isn't he? Oh no, well done, mate. Well done at getting rid of him. I'm just going to go on and ban him. There's a Leicester player down now at the moment, but Leicester can't get it away at the moment. Yeah, Winks it is that's down. He stayed down. But feel sorry for him. He's got 16 subscribers. That's why he's little. Little dick, little brain he's got, I think. That's what it is. So Winks is down at the moment, just taking a bit of but he may be back because I think he's got about 7 channels. No, but you're nice, Fee. You don't go around insulting people. So can KDH get onto this ball now? Been up to 60 minutes. He did. He's kept it in. He's got a whole player all over him. Oh, the referee. don't know what he's doing there because, I mean, the player was all over the Leicester player. I mean, the whole player was trying to get his cock up there and do his arse. That's how close he was to him. I don't think he realised. I think Dewsbury Hall was thinking, God, I hope you've not got any Vaseline, mate. And then the referee gives it the other way. Can't get away at the moment, Leicester. Hull are coming. And it's 2-1. 2-1 to Hull. I mean, that all came from the referee giving a free kick to Hull when the Hull were bumming the Leicester player. Tell me how that works out. Through Chowdhury's legs and into the bottom corner. Body! Straight away! 2-2! From the kickoff, virtually. 2-2! Yes! Fucking referee, get in there! You deserve that, Hull, you cheating bastards! Wow! Yes, 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 yes.
Go! Back of the net.
You could not write Jamie Vardy off. The GOAT. He was fed. He went in. It was a great... It came off the goalkeeper, I think, but it went in. Phil! I'm sat in it at the moment, mate. I'm totally sat in it because I can't get up and change. Ooh, Jamie Vardy. Ooh, Jamie Vardy. Hey, great. Oh... Vars, he just goes on. Don't let him train. Never have him in for a training session again. Feed the goat. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, wow. 176 of you are watching. We've got 89 likes. We need to get up to 100. Come on. Come on. Wow, that was an extremely busy 2 minutes. It was 60 and 62 minutes. Mavididi now on the ball. Now that must fire Leicester up. Chipped into the box. Oh, just over Jamie Vardy's head and into the arms of the Hull goalkeeper. Elizabeth, yes, Jamie Vardy does rule. £140 grand he's on a week. Is he worth every penny? I actually think he is. Wow. Oh, two Leicester players getting in each other's way on the far side. Chowdhury and Fatawu, and it goes out for throw-in. Do you have those already typed out, Gray? I reckon you do, and you just copy and paste. 96 likes, 4 off the 100, gentlemen and ladies. Do come on. 2-2. What a game. I just realised, no, I haven't put the ball back up. A ball back up? I haven't put the score back up. There we go. There we go. James York. Guys, we need this win. Yes. We need the third. Oh, Ipswich. Are Leicester going to do an Ipswich? Having been behind twice, can they come through and win this? Let's have a look at what is happening on the pitch. Robin, well, you know, I did say last week when we lost the other week, this time last weekend, and you'd drawn against Huddersfield, and it was a local derby. You must have been cursing. Okay, so Leeds won last night against Sheffield Wednesday, 2-0. This morning it was Cardiff 2, Ipswich 1. It's Blackburn 1, Plymouth 0, Hull 2, Leicester 2, Millwall 0, Birmingham 0. Norwich are still 5-0 up against Rotherham. Come on, Norwich, get a 6. Preston 0, Stoke 1. QPR 0, Middlesbrough 1. Sunderland have got one back. Now it's Southampton 2, Sunderland 1, and Watford and Coventry are 1-1. Justin got it back to Manson, who boots it upfield. Free kick given there. Russ. I think that one's all over, isn't it, Norwich? I mean, you saw the goals, in fairness. Oh, what? I mean, Fatawu defending there, it was going, the goalkeeper was coming for it, and he took a touch. So then Hermansen couldn't pick it up. And then unfortunately, Fatawu passed it back. The kick out from Hermansen was a missed kick because he hadn't, got a chance to time it or anything. But then we managed to get away with a free kick. Forward now. Nice 1-2 play between the Hull players. Midway into the Leicester half now. 2-2. Yes, yeah. Honestly, I'm going to have a heart attack. My heart's not going to stand up to this. All the way through there. Chowdhury did his best, and it ends up back in the Manson's hands. Oh my goodness. I didn't realise I'd got that on repeat. So Hull on the halfway line. So full-blooded game now. You've got to say this one. Oh, a shot there from Hull. But Maddison had it covered, goes down to his left and collects it on the floor. 49% possession, Hull, 51 to Leicester. They've had 6 shots. Sorry, we've had 10. They've had 4 of those on target. They've got another one added onto that. We've got 2. Well. Oh, a free kick to Leicester right on the edge of the Hull City box here. And a booking as well. 2-2. After he was pulled up to his feet by Ndidi and a Hull player. But let's not count our chickens, Gray. $103 likes. Thank you, guys. Fee, as ever, you are a lady. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. You are always welcome in here. Thank you so very, very much. And I hope you are well, Fee. How are you? Because I know you were in hospital for a long time, so hope you're over that now. So it's a free kick to Leicester. Dewsbury Hall here. What can he do? That's the question. Oh, so he doesn't do anything with it. It hits the wall. 2-1 and... oh no, Sunderland have equalised. 2-2. 2-2. Oh, cross cross by Hull. I can't get my words out into the box. Leicester can't get away. Oh, what the hell are we doing there at the back? Chowdhury makes a good interception. Farting about with the ball at the back. Give it away. Thankfully, he's offside. Overhead kick. Fucking hell, Leicester. We've got to stop this farting about at the back. Oh, Vardy now. I mean, the goalkeeper did a good turn there to stop Vardy taking the ball off him. Take to Chowdhury, who gives the ball away. We're still doing this. Hull coming forward. 72 minutes on the clock, as you can see. Tawu, well, good defending. Short pass to Ndidi, but Ndidi loses it. Hull have it in the centre circle in our half. Come on, Norwich, get another. Goalkeeper, though, poor pass out, goes straight to Chowdhury. Faz plays it up over towards Kieran Dewsbury Hall. Hull now can't clear it. That was a up and under. Dewsbury Hall gets fouled there. It's a free kick to Dewsbury Hall in a good position to get across into the box. Middlesbrough, aren't they Teesside? I think Middlesbrough are Teesside. Coventry have gone 2-1 up at Watford. Middlesbrough 2-0 up at QPR. Is their good run over? So I think it's Mavadidi over the ball now. He's going to take the free kick. A big line of players just inside the box. Plays it up. It goes all the way through. Oh, a header there. Straight at the goalkeeper, though. But we got on the end of it. That was about Faz. That would have given him some... offside. After all that, it was offside anyway. But Faye's got his Faz, whatever we want to call him. Vout got onto the end of it. I thought it was Fee, yes. But now Hull have given the ball away a lot. Justin just cuts inside, takes his player out. Vardy, oh, he's tripped from behind. Now he's put down. What's going on there? What's the referee done? That's given absolutely nothing. 2 fouls there. One on Vardy in the box. One on Fatawu just outside the box. Neither of them are given. I think the referee might have seen the Vardy challenge and Leicester still technically had the ball. So he might have played on. Let's have a look. Was that a penalty? The referee kept his hands down, but Leicester still had the ball. A good ball through by Justin. Or did he slip? I'm not sure. Oh, then he was kicked anyway after that. That was a penalty, I'm sure. So 76 minutes gone. Southampton are back in front at Sunderland. It's 3-2. Vardy's up and about again. Don't know why that a foul of some description wasn't given. Oh, broke through then, but ball ran away from number 27 for Hull. Oh, my God, I'm Jeff. You and me, mate. We are talking squeaky bum time here. Chowdhury is not closing the player down on the far side. Hull coming forward. Has time to chip it in. I thought he was offside, to be honest with you. But then Hull make a mess of it. And it's a free kick to Leicester. I thought it was offside when he headed it back. But Southampton are back in front again. Tell me, 110 likes, guys. You are amazing. Thank you very, very much indeed. I have got some here, I think, WD-40 in my drawer, Keith. Oh, indeedy. He was free. He had the players to pass to, and he passes it to the goalkeeper. Not the best. I thought the pitch was pretty decent, but it's not. And I don't know. The commentators just said this ball can bounce anywhere. So Mavididi runs into the box now, chips it over. Oh, indeed, he can't quite get a head on it, and it's out for a Leicester throw on the far side. Jaden is down for Hull at the moment. I mean, Jerry Taggart's not impressed. He says there's only a couple of yards from the edge of the pitch. Get off. That's a bit of cheating there by the Hull player. Not as much as the Burnley player who was fouled off the pitch and then asked his arse back onto the pitch. Craig, you smooth talking devil, you. Thank you very much. Thing is, would Leicester not have done the same? That's the thing, though, isn't it? I think they probably would have done. So 80 minutes gone. No subs from either side still. Mabadidi now. He's in the corner. Oh, he's still got it. Passes it back to Winks. Oh, Winks tries to get it all the way over to Fatu, who doesn't get there. Gray, what a gentleman, sir. Thank you very, very much. I do not deserve it. I am not worthy, but thank you. I appreciate it, of course. Justin kicks the ball in, and he runs now. Gets the cross into the box. Oh, all the way through. Mabadidi. Oh, he's no free kick. He was taken down. Thank you, Gray. That means a lot, mate. Cheers. 81 minutes. Is a winner going to come in this game? And if it does, who's it going to go to? Not this year, Andrew. It can't happen this year. Not enough time left. Whatever they do, we would put an appeal in, and that would just delay it. So if there's anything, it's going to be next season. I don't know, Garen. There's no saying that we're going to get one anyway, of course. Some birds just fly past the camera. So Hull have it on the far side, just inside the Leicester half, on the byline. Oh, nice play by Hull. Nice 1-2. They've still got it on the far side. Now they bring it more into the centre. Chipped into the box. Vestergaard goes over, though, and puts it out for a throw-in. Good defending there by Vestergaard. No nonsense. Number 4. I mean, this referee's left me baffled. He really has. Thoughts on no changes? Now then, Carvalho held on to the ball and spent too long again. He didn't get a warning. Oh. Justin puts it out for throw-in. Nobody was helping him out. Andrew. Oh, Chowdhury plays FaZe into so much trouble there. Luckily, FaZe was fouled. Referee has bottled this. Kieran Dewsbury all gets a shot in, but it was a weak one, and it goes into the goalkeeper. This referee has absolutely bottled this game. Absolutely bottled it. The referee here. Yeah, we have Jeff. I don't mean it anymore. Sorry, mate. So it goes back to the Hull goalkeeper. who boots it forward. 84 minutes gone. They're just saying again on this thing, no changes have been made. But like you say, Jeff, you could be right, Keith. So, pass again. The sub coming. Daka's coming on. There is a sub coming on now. As we say, Daka is on for Vardy. Captain to Chowdhury. There was no hat trick for Jamie Vardy. Vardy's done everything he can do. He's played a captain's role today. Oh, through ball there, but goes to who was I haven't even looked at the bench. Let's have a look at the bench and see. See who's on the bench. Blackburn 1, Plymouth 1 now. Plymouth have got a goal back. All coming forward though. Oh, we've got Cannon on the book. We've got Cannon as well. Good defending there by Fatawu, but no, they get the ball across. Oh, ball came in. Brilliant cross from Hull. Mads didn't come out. He was still within his penalty window, within the 6-yard box. Falls on the floor, takes the ball. We had a dip. Leeds had a dip at the start of the season. Then nothing would go right for them. Player strikes, whatever. Nobody knew what was going on. They had their dip. Ipswich not so long ago had a dip. We just had our dip. Every team has a dip at some point. And I think we had ours. I think we could still be in that dip, of course. 87 minutes gone. There will be stoppage time, of course. Faz. This time he gets the back pass right. And Manson upfield. Daka tries to get it, but he's backing into the Hull player. That was free kick, was from nowhere near where it should have been taken. Now it is. So it's Hull now. I think with Vardy, he hasn't been training, and you've got to consider he is going to get knackered, and if he gets knackered and tired, that's when he could get injured. So I understand why he's made that change. I do. Is Daka the right man to come on? Oh, offside for Hull, but through ball. It was down that far left side as we look at the game, and as he crossed the ball, and he was offside. Gray, he's got some goals. He has got some goals. Let's not be unfair to him, mate. And Daka wins us a free kick. No. That should have been a free kick. He had 3 players on him. And the referee doesn't give one back to Hull. That should have been a Hull free kick, in fairness. Oh, God. Look at what you're doing. Leicester players, please. Oh, Winks now. He's claiming a free kick. This referee is absolutely... Hull now, midway into the Leicester half. 9 minutes. 9 minutes. It's a corner kick to Hull. 9 minutes. Last season, about this time last year, I went to Specsavers. I was stood in Specsavers, and I went, I'm in Specsavers having my eyes tested. I hope that I fail. That way I can apply for a job as a Premier League referee. And Specsavers actually tweeted me back and said, good luck. Fair play to Specsavers. Fair play to them. Oh. Phil. This referee, though, Jesus. So, full times. Brad's got 3 points. Norwich 5, Rotherham 0. QPR 0, Middlesbrough 2. I don't know, Phil. I really don't know. You know what to do there, Gray, with RM? Yeah, I guess we're bottling it, Joe. Bit like you did against Huddersfield. Hey, do you know to that? You couldn't beat Huddersfield, Joe. Honestly, Leeds have got so many wankers. So we are 3 1/4 minutes into the 9 added on. Anybody worried? Oh, it goes all the way through, but it goes to Hermanson. Ask me again in 6 minutes, Russ. So Leicester have it. Come on, one last chance. Oh, looping ball, but it's headed up. Justin and Faz going for the same ball. Faz! Oh! He takes a shot at the end, and he wasn't closed down. Barry, he hadn't trained all week, mate. He was knackered. Not saying I agree with it, but he wasn't trained because look how old he is. Southampton are 4-2 up at Sunderland. That's still being played. Blackburn 1, Plymouth 1 is full time. Millwall 1, Birmingham 0, Norwich 5, Rotherham 0, Preston 1. They've got one back against Stoke. QPR 0, Middlesbrough 2. Coventry is still playing at Watford, and that's 2-1 to Coventry. Justin through to KDH. Gets a second chance at it, KDH. Winks. He's got the space now. Plays it out to Fatawu on the far side. He brings it on his left foot, chips it into the box. Oh, goes all the way through. It's a corner. It's a corner. It's a Leicester corner. Come on. 96 minutes gone. Now, 3 minutes left. It's a corner to Leicester on the near side. Can we take advantage? Can we do an Ipswich? Referee pissing about that the ball wasn't in the... A lot of Mavadidi now. He needs to take this corner. There's a lot of pushing and shoving going on in the box. Goes in. Poor corner. Doesn't get past the first man. Watford is over. Southampton is over. Southampton 4, Sunderland 2. Watford 1, Coventry 2. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate that, especially coming from a Leeds fan. Thank you very, very much. Opposition fans are always welcome here, as long as they're respected. Have a bit of banter. That's a free kick to Dewsbury Hall. He was pushed in the back. Now then. Taken quickly, but what the referee? What the fuck is this ref doing? So, Dewsbury Hall going to be left-footed with this free kick. The free kick goes all the way through, but it's kicked out. It's a throw into Leicester on the far side. The trouble in the crowd. Come right back to the hoarding as Chowdhury is going to take this throw in. 98 minutes and 41 seconds. The throw comes in. Headed over, but it's cleared. And it's another corner for Leicester. Remember, this team beat us. This team beat us earlier in the season. Vestergaard, I think, has pushed somebody down. Oh, he's pushed him away and he's fallen over, the Hull player. Oh, Faz is being manhandled. And he blows it. It's full time. 2-2. We'll be back in a minute. I was going to quickly say, I'm going to come to you for Barry. Why? What has he done wrong? Did he miss a sitter? No, Barry. Wobble your head. Seriously, mate. Just wobble your head. Jesus Christ. You're welcome, Andreas. Going to be back after this.
Hello, Matt Elliott here. Hi, Alan Smith here.
Hey guys, Ian Hume here.
Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here.
Be sure to watch
Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV
for all the latest Leicester City news and information.
You can also subscribe on YouTube and various social media channels for the latest updates and news on Leicester City Football Club.
Come on, you foxes!
Yes, indeedy.
Chris does it 3 hours a day.
Wanna do it again?
5 days a week.
Oh, yes.
Just for you.
I love it.
On the Golden Breakfast Show.
This is Surrey Hills Radio.
The TalkSport Fan Network is the ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Including Leicester Till I Die, independent analysis and reaction for the Foxes faithful.
The TalkSport Fan Network.
Unbeatable club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Follow the podcast on the TalkSport Fan Network.
And you can also find the podcast. Whoops, where's Brad gone? There he is. You can also find the podcast on the TalkSport website under the More button. Drop that down. You'll find all the podcasts that TalkSport back. Obviously, I say we are one of those. Just going to go through the full-time scores, then we'll get Brad in. So last night, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Leeds United 2. This morning, Cardiff 2, Ipswich 1, Rotherham 1, Plymouth 1. Hull 2, Leicester 2, Millwall 1, Birmingham 0. Well done, Brad. Norwich 5, Rotherham 0. 3 points for you there. Preston 1, Stoke 2. QPR 0, Middlesbrough 2. Southampton 4, Sunderland 2. Watford 1, Coventry 2. Look, before we get into the second half, Brad, because obviously we've discussed the first half, I just want to bring this comment up because it pissed me off a little bit. Thanks to Robin, who's been. I've got to say, Robin is a really nice. He's a Leeds fan from South Africa, but he's really nice. You were. It's nice to have you in. You said here though, this I've said, Barry, wobble your head. The Daka fantasy must be over by now. I mean, he came on with Daka. When did he come on? With 5 minutes left. What is he expected to do? Score a fucking hat trick?
Yeah, I mean, the problem is, I do kind of understand to a degree why fans get frustrated with Daka, because when he misses,
I get that. But what was he meant to do today?
Well, I mean, he gets paid to do a job.
If that was Vardy, we would have said, "Oh yeah, why bring him on with 5 minutes to go? We didn't get a chance to do anything." But
no, and again,
not Vardy, and it was brilliant today, Vardy. Let's not make any bones about it.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, I just think on that performance today, Vardy's our top goal scorer. Second top, I think it's joint, isn't it? Daka, Cannon, and Iheanacho.
I think so. Something along that lines. Probably Dewsbury Hall and Mavadidi's probably in there, to be honest with you. My thing is, I understand both points. I totally agree. What's he really going to do within, what turned out to be about 15 minutes because of how much stoppage time? I'm going to have to assess the referee at some point during the show, Chris, just saying.
As indeed LCFC says there, yes.
The referee was absolutely shocking today. Bottled giving cards, but we'll get round to that point when we need to. For me, I understand what you're saying, Chris, and I agree with you, but also it just seems that when Daka gets it wrong, boy, does it look horrible, because he just swiped a leg at it. He's not shooting, he's not passing, he's just got it all wrong. But look, Kate's here, she's here for the walk home, so I won't keep her talking.
I'll walk home from Hull, I'll tell you.
I know.
I'm not walking home. Fucking hell, no.
I know what I meant. That's what matters.
Okay, I mean, let's first of all, and we're going to come on to this with Brad in a bit. Take a point.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I thought they were a really good side. Hull. They played like us, didn't they? They were a bit more direct at times. But yeah, that was nothing to be sniffed at, and I think a draw is a fair result at the end of the day.
We lost to this team earlier in the season, our first loss.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see why. The press was really troublesome for us, as we saw with Woot. And yeah, I thought they had some good attacking players. They were fast, they were pressing. Didn't give us much time on the ball around the back, particularly the first half. I thought we edged it second half. Tough team.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you your thoughts on Daka, but Barry, I said wobble your head. Keep wobbling it up. Vardy, do you follow Leicester other than just watching and seeing what the score is? Vardy hasn't trained all week. He played 85 minutes when he hasn't trained all week. I understand him coming off. It could have been Cannon or Daka that came on. Daka comes on for 5 minutes. What do you expect him to do? Really? What do you expect him to do in 5 minutes? Score a fucking hat trick? Get your head round that. Daka, like I say, Vardy was knackered. He was our best player by a mile today, in my mind. My man of the match, Jerry Taggart's man of the match. He was fucking knackered when he came off. Kate, what were your thoughts on this?
What's the point? Sorry, what's he saying? I can't quite see what he says at the bottom there.
We've got, Daka's useless. Why do we keep bringing him on? We've got to forget Daka. This Daka boom's over sort of thing.
I understand the frustration where it came from. I thought the chance that he fluffed was one of them. I would like to see Cannon tried more, to be honest. But yeah, Body was absolutely knackered. He needed to come off. I think he took a bad hit in the penalty area just moments before he came off. And then also on the halfway line, he was stretching his back quite a lot. I think he got nailed on the halfway line. So he was definitely done. So it's up to Wednesday who he brings on. I'd have brought on Cannon. But it's a toss-up between them, isn't it? Cannon hasn't really scored. So
no.
I understand.
Really, didn't he?
Say it again, sorry.
Everybody had to come off, really, didn't he? At
Yeah,
that point?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he had to come off at that point. I think when Vardy's ready to come off, he'll tell you, and I think he probably told Enzo, "I'm done," because you don't want to push him, and then he'll be out for another month or so. You've just got to manage him carefully, and he was absolutely triumphant today.
Apparently, Barry, the way he would run a team is to have, no training at all during the week and then expect all the players to play 99 minutes. But, Barry, it's your opinion.
If only.
I just
if
agree.
only.
I just with it. I mean, come on. What about? Well, look, let's talk the referee, and we'll come back to you later with it, Brad, because I'm sure you're going to have a real rant. That referee, he bottled that. They should have had a player sent off. He bottled it. I've never heard Jerry Taggart so well.
Which one was that for? Which one was that for?
When they took the free kick and he didn't get out the way.
Oh yes, yeah.
Jerry Taggart actually had to turn around to the commentator and say, "Calm down, mate," because the commentator nearly said a naughty word on the air.
Oh, did he? Well, he'd have been totally forgiven. It was an absolute joke of a performance, and I feel like it declines every single week. Every single week. I don't know who's auditing these referees, but it's absolutely shocking, and it's not to the point where we should have had a penalty, or it's not those kind of decisions. It's constant break-up of play. He must have stopped the game 3 times to Hull players that went down when there weren't head injuries. He just stopped. And one of them was in particular, Hull had possession. They chose not to stop the game for their player. And then when they got into a bit of trouble because we pressed, that's when they waved their hand and said, "Oh, actually, we've got a player down." Yeah. It's just absolute funny business. It's funny business that people don't want their football matches. It's disgusting, and people need it. They want it stamped out.
And they had a player, didn't they, that went.
Oh, I can't hear you. Hello.
Sorry, is that better?
That's better, yeah.
Yeah. They had a player that went down. He was only about 2 yards from the edge of the pitch, and he could have rolled off.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened to only stopping games when there's head injuries. What happened to that rule?
Well, let's face it, you go down because somebody's kicked your ankle, you hold your head, and the referee's got to stop the game. Quite right.
These players weren't holding their heads. The guy that was down for absolutely ages was holding his foot for ages on the touchline. There was nothing wrong with him. It's just they buy it every single time. But it's any bit of contact. That's the frustrating thing. Any bit of contact is a foul. And they're just easy decisions. They're 50-50s. Like, for the penalty that we gave away was apparently contact, like 50-50, I think it was a shoulder barge. But KDH gets nailed up the other end on the byline of the goal line, and it's not given. And that's the consistency element, again, that's just never stuck to at all. That's what people get infuriated with. If you're going to be shit, be constantly shit. Don't be inconsistently shit, because it's very difficult to deal with.
I just want to get rid of this.
And the guy behind us, actually, which was quite an interesting point, we had a free kick. I can't remember which, KDH swung it into the area. And the guy behind me said, "This linesman's not flagged offside all match. You watch him flag offside now because we've got a free kick that's swinging in." And lo and behold, like night follows day, he sticks his flag up. And we were pretty much in line, and there was no one offside. He just does it because it's the easy decision to do.
Hull played well, didn't they?
Yeah, they did play well. I think it's a fair result. Genuinely think it's a fair result. It's just yet again, and I think Hull fans might feel the same. We come away talking about a referee. It's just not good enough. But yeah, I think it was a draw was a decent result, to be sure. Like, definitely.
Let me ask you this question then. Would you have wanted VAR in that game? We played 99 minutes.
No, you'll never convince me of that. I thought the 9 minutes was a fair amount. I just want better referees.
That referee?
Yeah, even with that referee, because the VAR decisions, there was no VAR decisions for me that would have been contentious. The 2 penalties were given, and that's that for similar kinds of things. But it was the constant break-up of play that those decisions don't get VAR'd. The yellow card for the blocking the free kick that then should have been the red, that's not getting VAR'd. It's just terrible. Sort of the decisions that you wouldn't call game-changing decisions, but over the course of 90 minutes consistently interrupt and change the game.
sounding like it's windy there. You're going to have a very, very, very long journey home.
Yeah, I'm having chippy tea as well. I'm looking forward to it. I've earned it.
Before you go, though, team performance and player of the match.
Team performance, I'm going to give a 7. I thought we battled hard. We had the referee against us, but we battled hard. Made some errors, but I thought we did well. And then player of the match is obviously the big Jamie V, the hero.
Yeah, indeed. Have a safe journey home. Enjoy your fish dinner. I'll see you Monday night.
You will indeed. All right, enjoy. See you later.
Care.
Bye.
Bye. Brad, talk to me about the referee while I just go and ban somebody.
Oh dear. Look, first of all, I'm going to say this. I agree with Kate. I didn't want VAR. You can't convince me to want it for that. But
no, I don't. I'm just saying, with the referee being that bad.
Well, maybe they should educate the referees better. He got conned. He got conned more times than a 5-year-old having a pound coin pulled from behind his ear. You know, he just didn't get to grips with it. Couldn't understand it. Giving needless free kicks. Right, he added on 9 minutes stoppage time. All wasted 4 minutes of them rolling around, argy-barging. 3 seconds after the 99th minute, referee blows his whistle. Awful. Sent Siri or whatever his name is the worst footballer I've ever seen. We thought Wout Faes had a bad half. He's a calamitous oaf of a defender and should have been sent off for several second bookable incidents. Persistent fouling being another one on top of that. Carvalho, correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, was booked in the first half. Went around shoving our players over every opportunity. Didn't receive the second yellow either. Kieran Dewsbury Hall gets fouled on the byline. Now, he's either fouled or it's either a foul or it's not. It wasn't a dive by Dewsbury Hall. There was contact made on him. Referee gives Hull a free kick. Like Kate said, Hull players are happy to play on with the ball, but the second they lost the ball, that's how you won the decision. If that's the sort of joke officiating we have in charge of games, then you might as well put a competition on cereal boxes again and say, do you want to be a referee for a big important game? Enter this competition at PO Box, we can't ref for shit.com. Awful. A non-footballing fan could have been given a basic run of the rules and told to ref the game and refed it better. He was horrendous. Couldn't manage to do a proverbial if you're talking to me if his life depended on it. Absolutely shocking. And there was decisions he didn't give Hull, so both fans have a right to moan about him. But
yes,
why are we allowing such mediocre officiating?
It started off, and I thought, to be honest with you, the referee was okay in this. Maybe it was because we were winning, I don't know. But I just thought the referee was okay. But look, let's not, we've had to go at the referee. Let's not give him too much publicity. A Hull, fair play to Hull. If we just have a look at the match stats here, it was 51% to them, 49, 8 shots to them, 14 to us, 5 on target to them, 2 for us. They played well, Hull, and I think in fairness, they probably deserved a point.
Yeah, they did overall on the basis of play. I think it is a fair result, and I think at any other point in the season, if you'd have told me we were going to get 4 points from 2 back-to-back away games, I would have taken it. And even now, I still do. It's not the points we wanted to gain on the likes of Ipswich in third, but nevertheless, it's something else gained. The pressure's going to be on us once we go past the quarterfinals to keep winning games and get winning back the mentality. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, if hands and buts, we could sit here, Chris, and go, well, if he actually does his job, the referee, and sends Seri off and maybe sends off another Hull player for a second bookable, we win the game. Them decisions didn't ever happen, so we can't do that. At the end of the day, it is what it is. We've got to take it with a pinch of salt, get on with it, focus on our next game, which is the cup match. It is, isn't it? It is. It is. I haven't
Yeah,
just
it's
made a
a
fool of
match,
myself.
yeah.
So
No,
we've got to focus on that. That'll be it, and then just go again in the league. You know, we've got to wait to see what our position is because, you know, unless we're both wrong here, Chris, we'll be going into our next league game with a game in hand. So let's see what we can do.
Yeah. Let's just catch up with some comments here. Oops. Let me just come back to this. Was that a bookable fence? I mean, it was a quick taken free kick, wasn't it?
You're allowed to do it, and he purposely standing there, Chris. If you watch the replay, he's not just stood there nonchalantly, not caring about the ball. He stood there doing this, trying to stop him taking the free kick, and that's not allowed. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do it. No other Hull player was. He was the only idiot doing it, trying to put a foot up and trying to get a leg out. And players get booked for it. We've had players booked for it throughout the season. I'm sorry, book him. Send him off. See you later. The referee's a bottle job. The biggest bottle job on the pitch was the referee. He bottled giving decisions and he bottled card decisions. That
was a word that Jerry Taggart used, actually.
Well, I think he wanted to use other words, and I wouldn't have blamed him. I think we'd have protested if he'd have been sacked for swearing on the air because at the end of the day, the referee was that much of a joke. It was an embarrassment, the most embarrassing performance I've seen in You watching the wrong game then, Barry. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, Chris.
Well, no, I'm going to say, no. I'm actually going to say, I'm going to defend Barry here because I presume he was listening to me, were you, or were you listening to another commentary? Because
I don't know.
If Barry was listening to me, I hardly, if at all, mentioned Winks or Ndidi. Fatawu I did, but Barry's got a fair point. And as much as I disagreed with you last time, Barry, you got a fair point this time. Winks and Ndidi I didn't mention them a lot. I have to be, and I'm going to hold my hands up to that because they were probably, but well, Ndidi, he's still trying to get match fit. He didn't make a difference to the game, but you know, the change was needed. I think Yunus was injured. Winks again just had an okay game. Fatu, I think I mentioned a fair bit. But let's know which commentary you mean, because if you mean mine, Barry, then I would have to agree with you with Winks and Ndidi.
I mean, I'd like to know myself because I can agree with Ndidi because I don't think ideally Enzo wanted to put him on at halftime. I think that is a caution. Hopefully, it's just a caution and not an injury to Yunus.
Yeah, we can't afford any more injuries in that position.
Yeah, and I think that may have played a part in his decision making to maybe take him off at halftime and not risk him going out there and injure himself because he just seemed to get back into things, didn't he? After that. But Fatu was good. Fatu was on the ball a lot. Fatu created the second goal. I don't understand if he's... Oh, it was yours. So, okay, I'll let you off this one, Barry, because I was absolutely baffled as to how you didn't hear Fatu or hear a lot of Winks, because on the Leicester commentary, he wasn't at his greatest game. I agree with on that, Chris, but he was always there in the ball or trying to get involved. And Fatu,
he just, he did. You know, sometimes we say it about players, don't we? When they do the jobs, they're not noticed.
Yeah,
it's only when they go over and above. And Winks has been doing that all season. And I didn't mention him a lot. Barry was quite right on that one. And when Ndidi came on, I really didn't mention him a lot either.
No.
Fatu, I think I did with Fatu. I've got to be honest with you there, Barry. But no, the other two. And as I say, as much as I disagreed with you on the last one, I agree with you on this comment.
Step up the commentary game, Chris. Come on, chop.
Well, no, in fairness, I say what I see. I mean, I am also obviously, engaging with the chat as well. But they were okay. They were just okay. They did what they were asked to do. As Jeff said, they were all part on the pitch and helped get a well-deserved point. But if they're not doing anything spectacular, I can't really sort of talk about them if I, and they didn't. Like I say, and that's not a slight. They did what they had to do, but I didn't mention them a lot. No. Thoughts about though, Ndidi coming on at half time for that we just touched on it quickly for Yunus.
Again, I think it was one that wasn't ideal. I don't think Enzo planned to give him 45 minutes. I think he was looking to give him another burst of 15, 20 minutes. It seemed to weirdly disrupt his substitutions, although, to be fair, the Hull manager didn't make any substitutions at all, I don't think. I don't think he made a single substitution, which is very, very strange when you're both teams seemingly going for it. I mean, we didn't make our second substitution to the 85th minute. But time's called for it. You know, our injury lists are piling up. We're a little bit thin on players. I know we're looking at, you know, Chelsea in the international break will get Ricardo back, but you know, we didn't want another body going down and being out for 3 to 4 weeks. I think I'm hoping it's a case of we went, look, we can't risk it, mate. We need you to stay fit. I know you're saying you're okay, but physio's saying you've got a bit of a knock. I'm going to take you off. I'm going to put Wilf on. And look, he's coming back. He's finding his feet. He wasn't exactly glamorous. We saw a little bits of the old Ndidi. He made a few runs at the start of the half, but he really was. And that's one player I will agree with on Barry for people not touching the ball. He was very, very rarely involved for a player that was on for 45 minutes. But I suppose you can't take it with a pinch of salt / accept it, because he, A, wasn't probably expected to play that long, and B, you know, he's only just coming back from another long stretch out. So I think it was the right choice given our bench, but it just didn't work today. He just couldn't get going today, unfortunately.
We went 2-1 down. I mean, the referee, everything I've written down here comes back to the referee. KDH gets pulled down. I mean, and I said this live on air, the Hull player was bumming KDH, was that close to it, but apparently that must be allowed in the Championship. Broke away and they scored at the other end. Bad refereeing again.
It was, but there was some bad decision making. Our defence looks a little frail. I don't know if that first half and the way we were had an effect on it, but the defence just seemed to back off quite a bit. There's one player that maybe has gone under the radar for getting away with things today, but I actually think JJ had a bit of a disaster today. I think he left people indecisive of what to do because he wouldn't press, or he was getting exposed down his side of the field. So that didn't help. The players were out of position and not doing what they were supposed to do because of that. But at the end of the day, you can't give someone that space, because every so often Chris Swan hits a shot like that. And it was a great finish. I mean, Mads had absolutely no chance. One of them, you could have had 2 goalkeepers who wouldn't have saved it. It was a great finish. And I'm not going to lie, Chris, when that second goal went in, I was not expecting us to get back in the game. I thought that was done. I thought our goose was cooked. I thought, here we go. It's going to get 2, 3 more. It's going to get worse. We're going to suffer another defeat. We'll go back to square one. Thankfully, Super Jamie Vardy and Fatawu with his assist proved that wasn't, it wasn't to be. But that
I mean, I literally hadn't finished writing about that one and updating the channel. I mean, was that almost straight away from kickoff, wasn't it?
Pretty much. I mean, even the BBC, when they went to the whole thing, the goal came up on a video printer. They went, and Hull have scored to make it 2-1. I'm sat here going, yeah, no, you know what I mean? Like rolling my eyes because it's all, and then all of a sudden, it was a ball down the middle. Fatu played a wonderful ball through, and Jamie Vardy, even the commentator was just finished saying it's 2-1 Hull, went and Vardy's through and he scored. It happened in a blink of an eye, and it was probably what Leicester needed, because when Leicester have been searching for a second goal in the last 3 or 4 games, Chris, they haven't found it, and maybe that's the only way we was going to go it.
It was, but it was 2-1, and took it well from the free kick. But then not long after that, Fatawu nearly played Mads into trouble, didn't he? Again, as I say, was that what I call it, farting around at the back.
Yeah, we seem to, at points in this game, do our best. Oh, excuse me. Do our best to kind of shoot.
Was it that bad a game, or was it just my show?
No, I don't know what's up with me today. I'm just trying to get a bout of urge to yawn. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Today it's like Leicester at some point said, how can we go about shooting ourselves in the foot as much as possible? I mean, the penalty they got, the goal they got, a little bit on the second goal they got, a couple of the chances they had, some of the missed clearance, the fanning around with it. When's it going to end? When's it going to stop when we all get on the same page and go, we're just going to hit it long. We're going to hit it long. I mean, it's not always necessary. There's sometimes calmer heads can fail. When you've got 3 blue shirts clustered around 3 orange and black shirts, something tells you that they might struggle to hold on to the ball in them situations. We should just hoof it long. But look, some mistakes we didn't get away with today. Some mistakes we did. That's neither a good nor a bad thing. And there we go. So we just got to stop. I just don't get why we keep making these mistakes.
No. But we do. Let's just go back into the chat. Barry says, this is horrible. I hope we can get promoted. But look, this is Leicester, Barry, isn't it? You know what I mean? Why make things easy when we can, as I said, if there was a league for shooting yourself in the foot, we would be at the top of that one, definitely. Unless we get our mojo back in the running, then it's just the playoffs for me. We have a rubbish ref every game. At Barry Smith, you need a brass. Drop your cash app details and I'll send you a few quid. Not sure you're on about there, Thunder Road. I wouldn't do though, Barry. They understand each other. Reminds me of Leicester versus Man United. The international break following the FA Cup games, I believe we filled a strong side. Watching your 2 wingers, pure comedy gold. The mighty Leeds United have hunted you foxes down. Yeah. You've done well.
You boring God, you're still behind in the league.
I know, but just think, Alice, if you hadn't got a team that was, did you go on strike? Did some of the players go on strike at the start of the season? You didn't have a manager, you didn't know what was going on. You were a club that was being run like a play group. You would actually be top now. But because the team was so shit at the start of the season, that's why you're not, Alice. Yes.
I mean, imagine being so obsessed with a club you don't support that you're practically creaming yourself every time they lose or drop points. It's actually embarrassing. I mean, also learn to type. Pure comedy gold. That ain't English. That ain't sentence, mate.
Yeah, but we're talking about Yorkshire, Leeds. Here,
I mean, we're talking about my team, but looked at Leeds. I mean. Okay, I'm sure you were doing backflips.
Obviously,
with 10 men.
She missed school a lot for whatever reason.
Alice, honestly, get a job or get a hobby. One of the 2 you're missing in life. Yeah. You clearly have one of a dull life.
Can I just say, it's called living rent free in Leeds fans' heads.
I know, right? It's actually, I almost, Chris, remember, almost feel sorry for him. I don't, but I almost do.
Yeah. I have more comments on these videos posts when I finish and people go on YouTube to comment off Leeds fans than I do Leicester. Look, there's nice Leeds fans. I know we like Cole. He's a good fan of the channel. The guy earlier from South Africa, lovely guy. There's banter, but look, yes, you've hunted us down, but like I say, if you hadn't got players that didn't want to play for the club at the start of the season, who knows where you would have been. Stephen saying, remember, we can't rubbish everything about Daka. Yeah, I know. But look, that's Leicester fans. We like to have, and we've said this before, we like to have somebody that we can have a go at. I accept when they leave, as in he who must not be named. I agree, have a go at them. But Chilwell, England left back, but he wasn't good enough for Leicester. Whatever some players do, Leicester fans we can't get through the season without having somebody that we need to go. Vestergaard last season. Everybody that picked on Vestergaard last season, how are you feeling now? When he's being played properly, he plays well. Leicester still in the driver's seat. Leicester is still top. Look at that. Whatever you were called, Alice. I think Alice is in Wonderland. Thank you.
It's
From
you know,
both.
I don't know if it's a wonderful land, maybe in her own imagination. I don't know, but delusion is strong with that one. I tell you.
Oh, I think she's maybe had a few too many on that. But no, like I say, if you're going to come in, have a bit of banter. But just before you say anything, just remember where you came from. I've got here. I don't know what else to say here because I got ref left me battled. Ref bottled it. Look, let's come to your team performance, Brad.
It's a weird one because certain individual performances really annoyed me for large parts of that game, and some really impressed me. The thing is, Chris, despite it being a bit end-to-end, a bit of a box, an end-to-end game and a bit of a bonkers game, we didn't really create too many clear-cut chances. The fact of the matter is, Chris, actually, the 2 shots, out of the 15 shots we had, the 2 goals came from our only 2 shots on target. So I'm happy with a point considering how the game played out, but it's a missed opportunity for me. It's a 6.
Wow. Okay. And your man of the match. Oh, hang on. No, before you do that, we're going to have a do for this. This is great. Extreme. If I could give you a prize for the comment of the show, you would get it. Good job we don't live next door to Alice. Alice. Who the fuck is Alice? I love it. Extreme. Please. I'm going to have to... Oh, that one. And Gray just finishes it off. There. If Leeds win more than Millwall give a 1 goal, we'll go top. Indeed, you will. And fair play to you, Russ. I said, as I said earlier, I think either half time at the start, Brad, I certainly said about a month ago when things had got a little bit tighter at the top, I said whoever finishes above Leeds will get promoted. That's how good I think Leeds are playing at the moment.
Yeah, they are. And this is the greatest difference between decent fans that say it how it is and someone who comes in spatting rubbish like Alice. You know what I mean? Like, we know we're in a tight race. We're not. Yeah, I know, right? I'm going to
say it every time that plays now. We've got to say that.
Yeah, well, we're not sat here kind of saying that we're not in a tight race. We're not denying the fact that Leeds are going to push us all the way and may still go on to win this division. What we're saying is some of you Leeds fans, and it's obviously not these recent ones that commented, we're on about a certain person whose name I won't mention now because it forces Chris to sing and it's a horrendous thing to hear, literally. Don't get ahead of your own horse. You know what I mean? Don't put the cart before the horse because you've not got in front of us yet. When you come in and get in front of us, fair play. If you do it, fairs, that'll happen. But just some people just need to take a day off.
If you finish top of the league, we will have to say that Leeds were the best team in the league.
Yeah, that's the whole point of finishing first.
You will deserve to be called that. At the moment, you're not because you're not top. You will go top if you do it, but then just think it's going to be you that's going to be looking over your shoulder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. Whoever wins the league will be the best team in the championship because that tends to be how things work. You finish top, you're the better team out of everybody. It's going to be interesting. And again, though, the thing is, right, even if they come out of the woodwork and go, we're top when it happens, and it might happen. It might happen when they win and we're playing Chelsea. Fair play to do.
Of the FA Cup, by the way.
Yeah, quarter-final of the FA Cup. I mean, who did Leeds get in that? Oh, no, wait. Sorry. They didn't get anybody.
In fairness, we could have been playing Leeds.
To be fair, actually, if we're being brutally honest, they deserve to beat Chelsea. Chelsea were poor that game. But in all honesty, until it happens, it's not a done deal. We'll find out midway through May who's going to win this league. And at the end of the day, I think both teams wouldn't. As nice as it'd be like to have a little bit of bragging rights when we do go back up, when push comes to shove, I think as long as we're first and second, we don't really care if the other one wins the league, as long as we're not third. Yeah. As far as my man of match goes, unfortunately, this is the easiest one of the week. It's Jamie Vardy. There's no one else. Played his absolute knackers off for a 37-year-old that hadn't trained all week. Played in midweek, wasn't expected to play. Got us back in the game when it looked like we might get absolutely hammered by Hull at that point because they'd had a penalty saved and scored themselves. Got themselves back level, instantly hit back, really put the pressure on. And maybe on another day, Chris, you'd have got 3 points for that result because we'd have won 3-2. Yeah. Easily man of the match.
Yeah. Russ, I'm not sure. In my opinion, we all stop points. Do you mean drop points there? I'm not sure what you're saying. Retype that for me, please.
I think that's what he's meant to say. I think because that would make sense. I think what he's saying is, in his opinion, we'll all drop points. It's just a matter of who holds out the best. And that's exactly what's going to win it.
Yeah. And I think, it is drop. It is drop. And I think, I was making the point quite ferociously against She Who Must Not Be Named. But, Leeds and Leicester were the two favourites to go up. And Southampton were third favourites to go up. And that may still happen. I don't know if it's ever happened before, all three that come down and go back up again. But I'm just saying, had you been right at the start of the season, Leeds United, rather than messing about and having players on strike and not wanting to play for you, and manager that he had a manager for a while. I don't know the full details, but you had a bad start. Had you had that good start, you would be above us now. You had that. Your dip was then, if you like. We are in our dip now. And I'm not going to blame injuries because look at this, the squad, and look at the name of the players that are on the bench. I'm not going to sit and blame injuries, but we do have injuries. But this is our dip, and I've been saying, haven't I, for a while, Brad? When is our dip coming?
Yeah, and you could argue that we are still on that dip. 1 win in 4, a draw. That's 1 win in 5. So it's not the greatest of forms we're going on to. The only thing is now is who do we play after Chelsea? Who's our next fixtures? Because we need a home game and we need it to be a game where we feel more comfortable about us winning. I don't want another away game afterwards. And I've got a funny feeling you're going to tell me it's someone like Bristol City away or something. And I'm just I am
going to tell you it is going to be Bristol City away. Yes.
A third away game. It's not what you need at this point of the season. When you've got
that'll be 4 away games on the trot if you include Chelsea.
Well, yeah, and when you've got 2 teams breathing down your neck, because there is still a nice cushion against Southampton, I'd like to think, even with their game in hand, they are still going to be 6 points behind if they win. So for me, it's just you don't want to be playing another away game, and I don't know, because you play that many away games, Chris, and you feel like surely our end of season's got to be home, but I don't think it is. I don't think it gets any
after Bristol away. Then that will have been 4 or 3 league away games and 4 games in all. We then get Norwich at home, Birmingham at home, then we're away at Millwall, away at Plymouth, home to West Brom, home to Southampton, because that's now been arranged for a Tuesday, away at Preston, and then home at Blackburn.
Okay.
But I just want to go to Philip here. I don't know, Philip, are you any relation to Anthony Herbert, the Arsenal fan? This was not a good Hull side apart from the front 3. Another poor performance saved by Vardy. This is not promotion form. What you've got to look at here for me, and yes, look, I want to win the league. I want to, because I want to beat Man City's who jointly hold the number of promotions from the second tier with us. I want to get the record number of points. Of course I do. Leeds have got to play Hull, apparently. I didn't realise that, but Leeds have actually got to play Hull, so that could be interesting. Look, it's not about winning, though. It is about finishing top 2. And when we won the Premier League, had we not won it, had Tottenham somehow edged it, or Arsenal had caught us, and we hadn't finished 10 points clear, and we'd have finished second, we would have still been in the Champions League.
Yeah.
And if we finish second, we still get promotion. Winning it is great. That's what you want to do. But, finish first in the Premier League, you're in the Champions League. Finish second and third in the Premier League, you're in the Champions League. And it's the same in this division. First, you go into the Premier League. Second, you go into the Premier League. That's what it's all about. Winning it is a bonus. And I'm sure Leeds fans would generally say the same, that if they were to finish second and still go up, they would be happy.
Yeah, I'm sure they would be. They'd definitely be more happy than anyone that sat in third, fourth, and fifth come the end of the season. And look, for me, like I said, look, it's all well and good saying that they're going to be playing Millwall. They only just beat Stoke. They couldn't beat 10 men Huddersfield. Mm-hmm. All right, they gone and beat Sheffield Wednesday 2-0. But they were in the match for a while where Sheffield Wednesday, they could have nicked something. Second goal kind of killed them off, admittedly. So for me, we've seen, and like Russ said, it was Russ that said it, that we have all dropped points at vital times in the season, and we've kind of sat here going, missed out on opportunity. Oh, for God's sake, a late goal. I mean, look at us today. Cardiff 0, Ipswich 1, 90 minutes, and then 101 minutes. It's Cardiff 2, Ipswich 1. I don't think there would have been any Ipswich fans in the world that thought they'd lose that game, would draw that game, let alone lose it. So there's plenty of points, just because a win against Millwall would take them top doesn't mean Leeds are going to get it. They might win the game and they might win it 1-0. And we might say top on goal scored. I don't know. They might draw the game, Chris. They could get beat. Now, the odds will say that they won't, and they probably won't, but probably it doesn't win you games of football, and we've seen that throughout the season. It's going to be interesting. And like you said, Chris, as long as come the end of May, Leicester City have a one-way ticket to the Premier League. They're not waiting to see who they're going to get in the semi-finals and then potentially the final of the playoffs. They're already there because you can do it gives you the advantage to do your business early in the market but potentially start.
We've had a seriously turbulent season, that is true, but by Christ, what an insane final it's going to be for both of us. I think you're right. I honestly still believe Leicester will win it, but as long as I'm just looking for the rest of it. I think
as long as we go up, no one wants the playoffs because anything can happen. Because he has retyped his comment out a few ways.
Yeah. Honestly, I think both teams really don't care about winning the league as long as we go up. No one wants the playoffs because anything can happen. Totally true, Ben. Totally true. Yeah, let's have a bit of banter. We want to win it over you. You want to win it over us. But at the end of the day, like I said, it is all about going up. John, look, we can't have it deducted this year. It won't happen. It's not even a story that because there's not time. Ben says we go up, we'll be happy. Yeah, this is it. From those fixtures, can see 6 wins. That was the one I've just read out. Russ, all the top 4 teams are on edge, but it's better than getting banging every week in the Premiership. I had to think what I was saying then. And here's and look, the fact of the matter is that we'd done so well. If we hadn't been doing as well as we were doing and we'd hit this bad patch, we could be down in third now.
Yeah.
But we had such a good start that we could afford to lose all these games or 3 games in the trot and still be on top of the league.
Yeah, and that's a credit to our good start. That's what's really held us in good stead, because our ability to find a way to win games when others were picking up points, which has still been valuable to any team this season that have maybe gone on like a 7 or 8 game undefeated streak. We probably had 3 wins and 5 wins and 3 draws or something like that. Leicester found a way to go on like a 7 game winning streak or an 11 game winning streak or whatever. I can't remember the exact runs we've been on, but consistently, doing so has really helped us up. So look, at the end of the day, like you said, first or second gets the same job done, and that is ultimately the goal. I would be hastened to actually say that I'm more interested on Ipswich and Southampton potentially dropping points than I am Leeds, because of the fact that it doesn't matter who's first or second. We're both going to go up automatically. We didn't.
Sorry, just moving on here.
Russ says,
at Wolves, at this stage, there's no such thing as an easy schedule because Wolves had said Leeds have an easy schedule. And that's it exactly. When you're playing the likes of QPR, I know QPR lost, and obviously Sheffield Wednesday lost to Leeds yesterday. But when you are playing these teams earlier on in the season, everybody's just playing for everything. Now you're playing these teams that are scrapping for survival. So what on paper looks like an easy game, because you're playing a team, say, in the bottom 5, isn't, because that team is fighting for survival. And Ben says here, Ipswich are the team I'm worried about. Cardiff did us both a massive favour today, but they found a real knack for getting results. I couldn't believe that, because Ipswich, well, like I say, to me, Black Knight team. So, there we go. Now, let me just come on to, Jeff's off to bed because it's some unearthly hour up there in the Philippines. All the best, Jeff. Thank you very much, young man, for joining us. You know who my man of the match is. I said it earlier, didn't I?
You did.
And it is a full house for Jamie Vardy. The performance, look, we've had worse. Not many, but we have had worse. I can't go 7. And this hurts, but I'm going to have to agree with you, Brad. It would, if we'd got points, I'd probably be saying 5.7 or 5.8, but I'm going to give them 6 because there was too many, and I think you may have said this, there was too many individual players that had bad games that they brought the overall score down. So that's why I've had to agree with you and gone 6. But look, as always, and you'll know who's coming up because you can see the bits underneath, so you know what it is. But on team performance, Alan does this for us every week. He goes to every game that he can do, unless injury or train strikes, anything like that, get in the way. So thank him very much. He usually goes on the team bus, not the team bus, bless him, on the on the away bus travel. So he does go to every game. He is in his 60s, so he's not sort of somebody that's only been following us for a few seasons and he's saying, I'm picking this player because this guy or whatever. He knows what he's talking about, and I do respect him. But he's gone 7, so fair enough. And he's there. That's the thing. And, it is different when you're there, isn't it? So he's gone 7, which is agreeing with Kate. And his man of the match is not who I've got here, actually. Can you see who it is?
If that's what I think it is, then yeah, I can.
You're wrong.
That's good then.
Because because he picked somebody. I've got them saved in alphabetical order, so I'm going to click over from A all the way up to B to get to it. And I was distracted, and I went one too far. Because in fairness, if I do go one further or two further, it is Jan. But we didn't have a bad game, in fairness.
No,
but yeah, he's gone for Jamie Vardy. We can't write this guy off, can we? He's like, Dracula. He keeps thinking he's dead, and he's not. He comes back to life.
Yeah, and we probably needed it more this season than we were hoping to or expected to. And It's just been so crucial. Again, kind of revived Leicester twice in a game. That if we're going back to in the moment and not reviewing it on a whole, when Hull eventually scored to make it 1-0 after missing the penalty, we could have easily, the way they were breaking through us and how much raised up the tempo was, we could have easily 2 or 3 down. You say the penalty goes in, Chris, and they scored a goal, it's 2-0 down. The game's near enough dead before we've done it. Jamie Vardy twice clawed us out of a desperate situation. And like I said, for the first time in, 5 consecutive games in all competitions, Leicester scored more than 1 goal. We both suggested it was going to be needed to get something from the game. You was probably praying that somebody would get a third so you could get 3 points in the predictions league. But
Can I be honest? Actually, can I be honest with you? I'd completely forgotten about that. I was more bothered about us holding on for the point.
yeah, which is understandable given our recent form.
Yeah.
And again,
Philip,
it's one of them, isn't it,
I want to apologise, Philip. I hope I didn't insult you by saying that you were related to an Arsenal fan, but it is the same name. It is the same surname. JC has just said here, the difference is Leeds and Farke particularly aren't massively flopping like Leicester are. No, but you did flop at the start of the season. So I guess if we're flopping, then by equal measures, you've got to say that Leeds flopped when they only got a point off Huddersfield.
Yeah, I was going to say, how can you say we're flapping at it?
A lot better team than Huddersfield. So that must have been a massive flop for you, JC. Really must have been. And you've got a manager that has got a team out of this division 3 times. He's also got a team relegated into this division 2 times and got them relegated twice in Norwich. So if you do go up, you'll be back down again. No, I don't know. I don't think you will, to be honest with you. But look, let's just say, so we're massively flopping, right? 26 games we've won. Leeds have won 24. We've drawn 4. They've drawn 7. We've lost 7. They've scored 6. Goals for, we've scored for 74. They scored 68. We've conceded 5 more goals than them. So we've only got, 1 off goal difference. So the only difference there is Leeds United are saying we are flopping because we've drawn less games than they have. Wow. Well, if that's what, if that's what Leeds look for to be a good team, then I pity Leeds. I really do. I really, really do. But there we go. Ben, Leeds have looked leggy and tired over the last few games. I, for one, am chuffed we have a break now for a few days because we have. It has been a lot of games. Sensible Leeds fan here. There's been a lot of games Tuesday, Saturday. And Grace says Vardy's been there, bought the shirt, took it back, etc., etc. He's 37, 38. Yeah. This is somebody's asking here. I just want to come back and ask you this, Brad. Is Vardy's contracted next season as well? No, it runs out at the end of this season. And if you go up, do you expect him to play a role in the Prem?
I'm just going to.
I don't know how much he's on, Brad. I read somewhere 140,000. That's the case, and with that FFP dangling over us, we can't afford that, can we? Or can we?
Well, I would like to think that if Jamie Vardy was going to get one last hurrah in the Premier League, he'd take a wage cut. Not that he has to. He doesn't. There's no reason why he should. But I think if you said to Jamie Vardy, "Look, Premier League, we'll give you a year to see 1 year in the Premier League, keep us up, maybe play your part in that, and then you can go off into the sunset and retire and do whatever you plan to do." For me, you'd have to take a wage decrease. JC bore off. Anyway, we have changed our minds more times than the British weather. On Jamie Vardy, and I'm just going to shut my mouth and say, look, if he's going to keep playing like that, why not? Let's give him another year contract. Obviously, FFP and all that side might contradict that, might not allow it to be. and he might decide, no, I can maybe go to the United States, man, and go play there, and someone will pay him 140 grand a week, and he might want to go and see out his career there. He might not be willing to take like a 40 grand, 60 grand pay cut to be on more reasonable money for a 1-year contract. We'll see. Time will tell. I'm sick of changing my mind. I'm just going to stick to it. He's done enough for me to prove that we could use him in the Premier League for a season.
I agree. Give him one more season, or he might want, because I mean it's going to be a tough season even without any points deductions. It's going to be a hard season. We're not going to go up and be challenging for 5th again, if ever we do. We're going to be going up, and we're going to be fighting for survival. I think, I could be wrong, but I think, look at Burnley. It's
funny you mentioned Burnley.
Why? What's happening?
Well, everybody's been slating Sheffield United, saying that they're the worst Premier League side ever, and this and that and this and that. The one that they've got a point today, which admittedly they bottled from being 2-0 up, but they've got 14 points and Burnley have 13. So if they're the worst side since Derby County,
yes,
what a Burnley this season.
That is very true. That is very true.
I just thought I'd bring it up because you mentioned them.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen any results. I think Burnley probably got a game in hand, have they?
I mean, maybe more than likely. All I know is Luton got a last-minute equaliser against Crystal Palace, so they're like 3 points behind Forest now in the race for survival, and them two are just fighting it out for. They're kind of doing a Southampton, but they've actually got another club to fight. Southampton, battled themselves to come bottom last season. Well, Sheffield United and Burnley are trying to say, no, we're worse than you. No, we're worse than you, because they're so far off the pace.
But there we go. Right, sir. I agree. I would like to keep him for another year. It's just his wages, and it's going to be a difficult one because he could earn points that could keep us up, and then that 140,000 a week is worth every penny. But we have just got to think of this FFP, and that would be a huge slice off. Depends who else goes. Yeah. A move to Saudi, says John. Look, if he moves on, I wish him all the best wherever he goes.
I can't imagine Rebecca would like to go. I can't imagine
club.
I can't imagine Rebecca Vardy would like him to go to Saudi Arabia.
Well, the other thing as well is he's got Rebecca Vardy's legal fees, allegedly, to pay. So he's got to think about his money. So maybe Saudi would be good for him. Yeah.
Saudi Arabia, 200 million, and you can pay him what you want a week.
Yes, indeed. Lee, there is only one goal difference between us. That's what I'm saying. But I was saying that in reply to the Leeds fans saying that we're flopping. So it's a marathon, not a sprint. If the league had finished a month ago, we'd have gone up very, very easily. But it doesn't. It's a 46 league game league, so we will see. Look, we've topped the rot anyway. We lost 3 in a row. We haven't lost in 2 now. So let's see. I know there's going to be some good games coming up, I am sure. Brad, thank you so very much, young man. As always, it has been a pleasure. Now, you forgot to do this the other day on the prediction show, so I'll give you the chance here. Where can people follow you?
You can follow me. You can follow me on Twitter and social medias, but the best place you want to start following me is LTID TV2, easy for me to say, where I will be slowly but surely bringing back women's football content for you. LCFC's women, who, just like the men's, got themselves into the next round of the FA Cup. They beat Liverpool by 2-0 this afternoon, booking their place in the semi-finals. And we've had a talk about the quizzes. We're thinking of making them more in-house Leicester quizzes, but quizzes are still on there as it is. So yeah, I'm gonna get things working underway on that.
I think what we did before, we always kept the Leicester quizzes on this channel, and Brad was going to be doing general quizzes. But Brad's going to be doing general, and I think the general ones will probably be off season. Yes. But during the season, he's going to be doing the Leicester quizzes as well, and then that will sort of probably release me for sort of. I know Brad's not a big fan of England, so I'll be doing the sort of.
You can keep your England. You can keep your England stuff going, mate. I'm all right.
I know you're not bothered for that, but you're going to take over the Leicester quizzes. So you like quiz, like a bit of a laugh, and you like your women's football. That's the place to be. LTID TV 2, or well, I never know what you're called on Twitter, whatever it is these days.
Full-time Focus is my Twitter handle.
I wish you would change your email so that they both match. I get so confused between the two, but then I am old. Look, Leeds won yesterday. We could only draw. They are literally now 3 points behind us, but they will be playing next week, and we will be playing in the FA Cup, so they could go over the top. It is going to be tight. I think personally, and I don't know what order. I can't predict what order that it will be, but I think it will be Leicester and Leeds that go up first and second. I think they are the two outstanding teams. I would love Ipswich to come up. I'd love them to do it via the playoffs, but then I'd also love Southampton to come up because they are only down the road from me, so it is a game I can go and see. So I would love it to be Leicester, Leeds, and Southampton at the end. Your three, Brad, just out of interest.
Leicester, Leeds, and I think because they deserve it, Ipswich Town.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if Ipswich went up, but it's got to be Ipswich or Southampton.
I just don't want Southampton to come up just to go and get like 20 points again and come straight back down. Because I'm not sure what they've done with their squad, if they've changed too much, but I feel like Southampton, to me, they just need maybe a few years in the Championship. Maybe they're the team that needs to spend another season in it and get flowing again, because they haven't been really that brilliant throughout the season. I know people say, Brad, they're 25 games unbeaten. Well, why aren't they top of the league if they went 25 games unbeaten? It's because they dropped too many points. So,
yes, indeed.
I don't know. Ipswich, think for me, deserve it, but that's not how the playoff works, unfortunately. But
It
if I have a
isn't.
choice,
It isn't. And we both. I think we've all been in that position in the playoffs. But look, Leeds fans, it's been nice to have you in.
Some of you, the majority of you, actually. To be fair,
some of you. Look, we always like you in, but just don't come in with that sort of, and they haven't. Those that are still in have been very, very nice. We don't talk about Alice. Who the fuck is Alice? I just thought I'd get that in once more. But no, you come in, have a proper chat with us, and don't be surprised if we're bigging up Leicester, because we're a Leicester channel.
Yeah,
I'm
Leicester
a Leicester fan. Brad's a Leicester fan. We play to our audience. I wouldn't go onto a Leeds channel and expect Leeds to say, do you know what? Leicester deserve to go up. They're the best team in the league. I don't expect that, but there we go. But anyway, all I will say is, hey, look, it gives me views and it helps me with my YouTube analytics. So, but no, those that are in, Ben, Russ, and there's a few others as well. Thank you very, very much. The gentleman from South Africa, whose name I can't remember, but he had a lovely, really bright yellow badge. I'm just quickly looking.
Was it Robin?
Robin, it could have been Robin, yeah.
Where was Batman?
He was another one as well. Brad, thank you very much, young man. We'll speak soon. And yes, there is a prediction show next week.
Yes, we're not on it, but we're still doing the show.
Yeah, I'm not on it. I'm also not doing the radio show. I'm not doing any radio shows. I've got a week off from that next week.
Having a day off.
Yes, I should have gone for the week after when there's no football either, shouldn't I? But there we go. But no, I will see you. I'll see you at some point, definitely. All the best, Brad. At some point, mate.
Take care.
Cheers. Bye-bye. Thanks to Brad there. The voice of reason. Hashtag not. No, he's shaking his head in the green room. You cannot call any football fan a voice of reason. But look, there we go. We didn't lose. That's the thing. We played against Hull, who had beaten us earlier in the season. They didn't manage to do what Leeds did or Middlesbrough did and do the double over us. So, phew, thank God for that. Thanks to everybody that was in. Leeds, the nice Leeds fans as well, all the Leicester fans, and thanks to Gray as always, not only for the donation but also for the support as a mod. And Fee, thank you very much for your donations as well, all very much appreciated. We're going to be back on Monday night, 2 shows on Monday. The first one is going to be the debate show with Kate and with Dave. And then we have got the championship review, and we'll be looking back at all the weekend's results. That is at 9 o'clock on Monday. 7 and 9 of those 2 shows on Monday. But look, follow us on YouTube at LTID TV or Leicester Till I Die. If you use one of the 2 QR codes there, one will follow us on TikTok. I'm going to be uploading some stuff over the weekend, and Instagram, we're on there as well. But do please like this video if you haven't yet already and you're still in. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you to everybody who has been along and done that and joined in, because you've got to subscribe to chat. So do really appreciate that. And I will see you Monday night at 7 o'clock with the debate show. Have a great weekend. Take care. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
The TalkSport Fan Network is the ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Including Leicester Till I Die, independent analysis and reaction for the Foxes faithful.
The TalkSport Fan Network.
Unbeatable club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Follow the podcast on the TalkSport Fan Network.